hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Fuck.
Shall we play a game?
You got several things to do. You got work, kids in school. What do you do when it's all over?
How do you hand something from one player to another?
Dark soul replies. So turn on the TV, pick up the controller, and play some games with the Nude Clan.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan, the video game podcast where rage really does solve all problems.
Does it?
Yes, I am your rageful host, Caleb Schweiss.
Caleb Craig.
Cameron.
And Zach.
And today, I guess we're going to go over our biggest moments of anger and hatred within the gaming that we've done over the years. So, Cameron and I are going to... the plan is to finish Suikoden by next week, so we'll have that review for you guys.
Yeah.
And then I think it's my episode, so I'll probably do a history of a console. I think I'll do another console. It's been a little while.
Which one's next?
I don't know. It's kind of up to me. I haven't really done them in order necessarily, but I think the next one should be the. I don't think I did the GameCube. I don't think I have yet.
Didn't we do the GameCube?
No, I did the Xbox.
I think
don't.
we did PS3 and Xbox.
Yeah.
So maybe we haven't done GameCube.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
We did PS2, PS3, Xbox. We've done a bunch.
Okay.
But I think that's what I'll probably do next time. So, that's kind of the plan. Then, of course, we're going to play Angry Lesbian Simulator 2 as a group and review that as well. So, before we get into any of that good gamer hatred and rage and acid, what's everyone been playing?
Ghost of Tsushima and Xenoblade Chronicles. And some Civ 6.
Two of those.
Did you play Halo 2 as
No,
well?
not this week.
Two of those are gay, but
Two of them are gay.
Civ 6 is just kind of okay. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played either of them, so I can't say. How's the Ghosts? You like it?
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima is fucking great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking great.
It's Game of the Year.
Well,
Those are
what
some
else
big
is there?
words, yeah.
I guess Doom Eternal is probably mine.
So far. I mean, it's just the best AAA title that
I mean, yeah, that's the thing,
I've played
too,
so far.
is...
Game of the Year doesn't have to be AAA, but that, good
Right.
AAA titles, though, it makes it easier to...
I'm holding out just in case for Cyberpunk's 2077, but I would agree with Craig. I think Ghost of Tsushima's Game of the Year.
Really?
Hands down, yeah.
It's fucking fantastic, dude.
It's great.
It's fucking fun to play.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see.
And no other game character has been through as much hurt as Jin has.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how we all feel about it when we get there. That's going to be another one of our Uber games that we're going to knock out, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's
so
very,
we're
very
doing
enjoyable.
doing two Uber games, pretty
Yeah.
close to each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, they're PS4 exclusives. It's kind of our thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just makes more sense to do it this way than to wait 6 months to review Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
The
But-
sushi.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea anyway. And Cyberpunk being delayed kind of saves us a little bit. But
Yeah, but I'm kind of mad because so when Cyberpunk 77 comes out now, 2077, 3 days before is the Assassin's Creed Ragnarok game, and I'm looking forward to that. So I'm fucked.
Is it coming out this year still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really care about Cyberpunk. I don't know why.
I mean, I thought it looked cool, but I just don't want to overhype it.
I've had
Right.
a pretty... I've got this good sixth sense when it comes to games. Last of Us 2 I was really excited about, and I haven't played it yet, so I don't know for sure. Until a month before it came out, and then I was like, I don't know. I watched the trailer again, and I heard some stuff about the game, and I was like, I don't know if I really care anymore. And then like it came out and like half of the people hate it and half of the people love it, and I'm like, I kind of felt that. I felt that coming, you know. And then I also had that sense with Fallout 76. I'm like, I think this is gonna be bullshit. I think this is gonna be bullshit, and everyone that I know that's
dude,
buying the collector's
When I
edition.
saw 76, it just looked like they had taken the building aspects or like the Fallout 4 and just was like, yeah, that's the game.
Yeah, and they talked about a DLC for online, but then they made it a full game.
Yeah.
That was garbage. So I have this ability. I think it's like this. I could just sense. I could sense when something's wrong, and I get that sense with Cyberpunk. And it's not that I think it's going to be bad. It's just that like I know it was the same guys that made the Witcher games, but I'm like, that doesn't. I don't really care. I don't know. I don't know what it is about Cyberpunk. I just don't care about it anymore. I did. I thought it was pretty cool the first time I saw it.
I feel like that's valid because they've pushed it back enough where it's just kind of like.
Yeah, I'm a
Everybody's lost
fan
the hype.
of studios pushing things back until it's ready.
Right. No,
I am too, but
yeah.
it kills the hype. Though,
Right, and
I
that's the
think.
thing.
That's
I'm
just
not.
that's just an issue of people like Craig was saying announcing games too early.
Yeah.
They do that too often.
So I think Neil Druckmann saw the future with his fan base, and that's why he made the Scars and the Wolves.
Oh yeah.
And that's like, yeah, because like they're just hitting each other. That's what's happening. If you look on Twitter, and we're coming for you, Seraphites. So like, you're gonna get fucked. Sorry, I'm just like disenchanted with that game right now. Like,
Yeah. I'll see. That's the next one.
you could hit yourself in the nuts with a hammer. That's also about the equivalent, and it takes less time than like 28 hours.
Yeah.
You know, the ending for that game was supposed to be exactly what you thought it was going to be.
Really?
Yeah. And then
Really?
They changed it.
Wow. Well, I found out today I'm a better writer than Neil Druckmann. That's interesting.
They changed it, like, I think right before they released
Wow.
it or something. I can't
Wow.
remember.
Yeah, cool. So I can write video games, apparently. Cool.
Do it.
It's good to know.
Do
good
it.
to know.
Get that Nude Clan game. All right. Is that it for you, Craig?
Yeah, that's all I played.
Cool. Cameron, what about you? What did you do?
Played Suikoden and played Civ 6 with these guys.
On PS4?
No.
Okay. I have it on PC.
Yeah, so I was playing Civ 6 with them.
Do you like it?
It's fun. It's different enough
it
from
took
Civ
me
5.
to get a hang of the changes from
Yeah.
Civ 5.
I still am
'Cause,
not
like, they
fully...
have the happiness still, but it doesn't like affect it as much as it did in 5, and it's like by city now instead of like
Overall?
countrywide.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, you have to like really make sure you're managing housing too in your cities, just so your population can grow, and a whole bunch of other stuff that I was learning as I was playing. And then I was playing the race I was playing wrong, so I got behind real fast. It's like once you start getting behind, you are left fucking behind.
Yeah, I only played like 2 rounds. And I don't even think we finished a round. We started 2, and we never finished either, Joe and I, when we played.
It's interesting. Like I'd be down to play it again with all of us.
I liked 5 more, but I think maybe it was because I had played so much of 5.
Yeah, that's
more
what
used to
I'm thinking too.
But it could just be. I mean, it could just be better, but I don't know yet. I haven't.
I mean, there's a
given
lot
6.
more features, a lot more stuff you can do. Makes it a lot more complicated, especially if you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, and you can't put turn timers on like we did, because then you don't have time to learn. But cool. Just those 2.
No, so I played a little bit of. I've only played like not as much Escape from Tarkov as I wanted to play. Just a few rounds. Didn't spend much time on it. Played a little bit of Overwatch just because my friend Jacob finally built his PC. He wants to be playing on it, and so played with TJ and Kyle and Jacob.
I don't know who those 2 people are.
Mm-hmm. I invited him to the Discord.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Did they join?
Yeah, just it made it easier.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's pretty much-
What is Escape from Tarkov? Like I saw a video on it. Like,
Mhm.
what is the point? Like, what are you doing?
Escaping from Tarkov.
But it looks like you're just sitting and killing people.
So
That doesn't look like Escape.
Escape from Tarkov is a survival looter shooter. You do get quests that you have to perform from the dealers, and that helps you level up faster and stuff like that. But basically, you're looting and making money to buy better guns and buy better gear to then go on a raid to complete your quests or to find better loot that you can sell for later. But it's the time to kill is almost nothing. You can get better armor and get better gear to help, your survivability. But once you die, you lose everything that you came out with and everything that was in your inventory. And then you have to go back, re-loot and stuff like that. There's things like you have to keep up with eating and drinking, or else you start to suffer side effects. And the gun customability is intense. It's just like you can just customize a gun, spend thousands of rubles on it, and then just lose it the next game you take it out on. There's different levels of armor and stuff you can do like that. And then you can craft stuff in your hideout to then sell in the flea market, or you can sell stuff you find and raid on the flea market. But it's just a very intense first-person shooter is the best way I can describe it.
All right.
But do you ever actually escape?
No.
That's when the main game comes out, which it never
Maybe.
will.
So the
'cause
map,
it's still a fake game.
there's different maps you can deploy into for a raid. They offer different styles of terrain and combat. Some maps are better for sniping. Some maps are better for trying to run and gun. But the whole thing is, each limb can take damage individually, and if your limb is zeroed out or blacked, then you have to have a surgery repair kit to bring it up to 1 HP, so then you can heal it the rest of the way. If your legs are broken or they're blacked, you can't run. You can only hobble. You can take a pain pill or a painkiller, and then you can run. But if you do that on a broken or blacked leg, you take damage. So it's just very intense. It's all the way down to even health. You have to be very careful and choose your engagements just to make sure you have the upper hand. You can deploy on your own, or you can deploy with up to 5 people in a raid. And the more people you go out with, the less other players can spawn on the map.
Oh, okay.
Then once you get to about 15-20 minutes into a raid, then player scavs can spawn, where in the game you can choose to spawn in as a scav, where the loadout you come in with is totally random. But then you can just use that time to loot other players, fight other players, and stuff like that. The stuff you come in with are generally not as good. But you can, if you die as a scav, you're not losing gear. So it's just a good way to start making money in the early game. But as you progress, as you level up your hideout and whatnot, you can start doing things to make money in your hideout. You can craft items to sell in the flea market. You can build a Bitcoin farm. But it's just a crazy amount of stuff you have to find or money you have to spend in order to build it up in the first place. So, and every time they come out with a big update, a big release, they'll do a wipe where everyone starts at 0 again.
How many times have they done that since you started?
Since I started, never.
Oh, okay.
But a few times throughout the history of the game.
Okay.
And people like it just because it makes everyone start out with, for the beginning, with not as powerful gear and powerful guns and whatnot.
Yeah, those resets have their
Then there's
pluses.
different maps that you can go to that people will generally be more geared. There is labs. You have to have a lab key card in order to get in, but the loot there is really good. But everyone fighting there is usually kitted out all the way, so it's harder to kill them.
Okay. All right. It sounds like it sounds like it'd be fun if you could put
It's fun.
some serious time into it.
Yeah, especially because you have to learn the map. There's no mini map. There's no telling you where your extract is. You have to learn where the extracts are and just remember them. Online, you can pull up another map and it'll kind of tell you where everything is. But being able to know where you are immediately and know how you can be flanked where you're at is important. Just the game sense is super important. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it sounds like it's one of the things that Rust had.
Yeah.
Where it was just one map and you didn't really have ways to navigate it other than visual landmarks and shit like that. At least I don't think there was a map in Rust when we played. I think it was just You needed to kind of know where you're at.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like that as far as the map goes.
You had like a coastline and shit. You had to
Mhm.
like kind of follow that to find your.
I
your
think you'd
place.
like it. It's just having the time to play it.
Yeah.
Because you have to put time in order to get good and to memorize the maps. I only know one map really well at this point. Other maps I'm still learning.
Can you choose the map?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you go to Escape from Tarkov and you click your player character, you then can you can spend rubles to ensure your items. And so if you die and someone doesn't loot it, it'll come back to you. But most often than not, if it's a good gun or a good bag, you're going to lose it.
Yeah.
But then you select the map you want to go out on, and that's when you can put a group together, and then just spawns you randomly on the map. There's different points on the map where players will spawn, and so all the spawns are known.
Okay.
But usually when you spawn on one side of the map, then your extract is going to be all the way on the other side of the map. So there's different places you can extract from, but you can't use any of them. You have to use the ones it
sounds
tells
like
you
can
to.
escape.
You can escape from the
Tarkov?
raid, but
No.
but you're still in Tarkov.
And why is it called Escape from Tarkov?
Because
if you never
hopefully,
escape?
eventually, when they finish building the rest of the maps, there will be an escape.
See,
Hmm.
you say that, but it'll never come out. You
Right. I
realize
mean,
that,
no
right?
one. It's like Conan. Like you don't want to escape from Tarkov. Tarkov's the game.
True, but in Conan you
But
can.
You do want to escape. That's the fucking point.
You're gonna get a shitty cutscene at the end where you're just walking out of the gate.
Well, there is no end of the game right now.
Yeah.
They're still building more features into it. I do know there's going to be like radiation at some point. You're going to have to manage your radiation levels.
That makes sense for Russia.
Yeah.
Um,
You have to sell off your women and mail order bride orders.
but the thing that gets me
Is
the
there
most
also
is
like
how in-depth the customization
We're
is for
selling
weapons,
Olga
and then
off
the
tape.
gunplay's so good.
why haven't the players made a communist community inside the game yet?
Because they're not Democrats.
Well, just because
Sorry, we're not getting political.
there
on
isn't
politics.
like a community you can build up.
Maybe this is the fallout after the
the
collapse.
game.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's the-
I guess some of the backstory is the city of Tarkov was the ground zero of a disaster or whatever, and you have two main factions warring to take control of it. You have the Bears, who are Russian, and then you have the Westerners, the mercenary group, who are also going in trying to hide evidence, I guess. And then that's
Wait,
really
so
it.
The Westerns are the bad people in this
Yeah.
game?
The mercenary group, not all of the Western
Fucking
people, just the
Russia.
mercenary group. Maybe I'll stream at some point. I'm not good enough to stream it, but you can see kind of like how.
You say that, but I feel like it would still be fun to watch you play
Yeah.
regardless. I mean, like
Yeah.
if you're
people
good, if,
can,
I mean, that'd be good. If you're enjoying it and it's you learning, I think that's
Yeah.
fun, and that's you like.
And the
showing
thing
people.
is, since they do a wipe every so often, it sets you back to zero. Like your actual stats don't matter in the long run, not yet.
Yeah. That's
Um,
kind of cool, but it's like if you played it casually, there's no
So
way.
if you play it casually,
so that's gonna
you can still have
ostracize-
fun. Just because
Yeah.
in the game, it's less the gun and more of the bullets that make the biggest difference. So you can have a not as good gun. You don't have as much accuracy. You don't have as much recoil control. But it's the bullets that have the penetrating power and the damage. And so you can drop high-level players with a Mosin. You can just go in with a Mosin, and the bullets there have great penetrating power. And so if you're accurate, then you can drop players who are wearing relatively good armor.
All right.
You'd like it, like I said. But yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Good. You should stream it one of these days.
I agree. I think
I
that'd
will.
be a fun thing.
Thursdays
to
are my
stream.
days. So
Have you guys been doing it? Have you guys
Well,
been sticking to it?
I was going to play Suikoden on Thursday because Zach couldn't stream on Wednesday, so he said he'd stream on Thursday in my place, but he didn't.
I didn't. No, I didn't. I ended up.
But I will.
Well, because like you guys, I was
really
gonna stream
stick
if
to
you
it.
guys were on PSN, but you guys were on Discord, and I was like, you know what? I just kind of want to get this game over with.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I feel like, been the most on schedule with streaming, but
Oh yeah.
unless you've been doing it.
I've been doing it on Ultima
Okay.
twice a week.
I feel like the only reason Craig didn't stream is because
He had to
he had to
work
work.
Friday.
Yeah. Usually he's streaming every Friday.
Yeah, I know.
But,
I have to work
um,
this week as well, so
Right now,
Pussy.
I need to play through Suikoden.
I thought you said it was every other week.
It is.
It
He didn't
is.
work last week. He worked the week before.
I didn't work this week, but on this coming Friday, I have to work.
But you didn't
Is-
stream last Friday.
You
No,
didn't,
I
you
didn't.
didn't stream on your
I
birthday?
didn't. No, I didn't.
Oh,
So I have to play through Suikoden.
pathetic.
And then we decided that I should play through the first Last of Us before I play the second one. So I'll probably be streaming that instead of Tarkov.
I think you
Yeah.
should. I think that'd be great.
Yeah. And so I think I'm only going to play that on easy just because I'm not reviewing The Last of Us.
I think
I just need to play it for the story to get to know where the story is at that point. Then I will play The Last of Us 2
Yeah,
on.
you know
fine.
what? I agree with that
Normal
100%.
difficulty.
I think that's a perfect
Was it
thing to do.
really The Last of Us if there's a second one? Like, that makes it seem like there were many of us.
I mean, The
you
Last
know?
of Us fuck.
No.
So.
The Last of Us 2 makes it seem that there's many of us.
Because Last of Us 1,
Because
yeah,
The
there's
Last
like
of
no
Us
one.
1, there's like maybe 8 people in the game.
And then they find, at the end, they find that big sanctuary. But it's like, even then, like, we've been through major cities and there's no one there.
So, yeah.
So it's not really The Last of Us. It's
I
like
probably
the last
won't.
1%.
And there's only like
Won't
one
stream
the
section.
Tarkov.
group of
for a bit.
us.
Like until the last section of the game, there's only one other one where you find like more than like 2 people.
I'll be streaming Last of Us, and then I need to play Last of Us 2, then I need to play Ghost of Tsushima, and then I can play Escape from Tarkov.
Yeah.
Man.
That's never how it happens, though.
It's not.
I mean, I'll play it,
was
but I
gonna
won't
say,
stream it.
You gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta take some breaks for yourself, you know.
Yeah, you gotta appear offline and then play it, so no one knows.
I mean, on Discord, it'll tell you what I'm playing, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
You connected it to your Steam.
Discord, you can, Discord will do a scan on your computer and find all the downloaded games. It'll know when you launch it.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever seen that. I mean, I've seen other people have it, but I don't use it, I guess. Although the only game I played recently was that Resident Evil Outbreak, and that was pirated, so can't exactly, like, it's not like, oh, Caleb Schweiss is currently stealing Resident Evil Outbreak.
I mean, I think if it recognizes it as a game executable, it'll show you that you're playing it.
No, maybe I just didn't look at myself. I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, I have too many games I need to get through right now.
Yeah.
But maybe if I play my cards right, I can play what I want to play 1 or 2 times a week. It's exactly, though. It's like when you're not playing Escape from Tarkov, you're falling behind everyone
Yeah.
else.
Well, right, because everyone's progressing. Like,
Yeah, everyone's getting really good gear. Everyone's doing stuff like that.
I think you should put the time.
It's still fun. Like I said, it's you can make it buy with cheaper guns with good ammo.
right.
You can make it buy.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you can
Yeah,
get
it's
by.
got capitalism in it, bro. You're good.
I just heard buy, like B-I. I was like, wow.
Your gun does shoot men and women equally.
Yeah. Are there women in the
Um,
game?
Huh?
Are there women in the game?
No. I mean, there's the therapist you can stealth stuff to, but she's not actually in the game. It's a picture of
Oh.
her.
It's a picture of her.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So this is an all-male. It's like a boys' club.
Yeah. All the scavs are boys. All the player characters are men. And there's no, like, as far as how your character looks, there really isn't much you can do to change it.
It just is the basic.
Yeah, I mean, you can change the way you look by wearing different armor, different helmets, and stuff like that.
So
but-
it's just like Rust in that way, where everybody's the exact same dude.
Yeah, to an extent. There's a bit of a difference between the TerraCorp and the Bears, but other than that,
Well, yeah, one of them sounds like the Earth Core, and the other one sounds like fat gay guys. So the Bears.
the Russian Bears.
Yeah.
Is it
Which
Escape
Which is
from
funny
Tarkov or
because
Escape
being
from
gay
them?
in Russia is illegal. But
Yeah, the final boss should be Putin on a bear with the AK. That one picture. That's how you escape. You got to take out the
You gotta
leader.
kill Putin. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, I think it's definitely a bit more on trying to be stealthy, especially if you're not going in with a big group. I mean, if you want the big loot, you have to rush there, and you will have a fight because other people want the big loot as well. But it's more about not getting shot than having the best gear.
yeah. So it's a way more conservative play style.
Yeah,
It's like
especially
kind of
since you're paying for the ammunition. So the more bullets you shoot, the more money you spend on those bullets.
Yeah. So is it like is it kind of like a Fortnite situation where like loot just drops, or
No,
is it just
you
on
have
the
to-
map?
It's on the map. There's different areas where loot will spawn. You can't just if it's just lying on the ground, you can just pick it up. But if it's in something like a container, you have to search the container. It takes time to search for it and stuff like that. If it's on a player you dropped, you have to go in, look through his pockets, look through his gear and stuff like that in order to find what you want to take. And so everything in this game it takes time, like a more realistic fashion. Even down to like the ammo you bring in, you have to purchase each mag individually that you want to use. And then when you're in game and you shoot through a mag and want to reload it, you have to find a corner and you are literally putting each bullet in the mag individually. And it takes time to do that.
Is there like a little mini game?
Yeah, you
Like
just
speed it up.
press
Like
the
there's like
key.
a
No mini game.
it's like a hotkey. Yeah, it's just like.
But
you get
yeah,
the
so
motion.
this it makes it to where if you run out of ammo, you have to find a safe place to go reload, or else you're fucked.
Wow, that's kind of cool sounding.
Yeah, it's hard in all the right places without being stupidly hard, in my opinion.
Okay.
That's pretty sweet. It actually sounds really fun.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun for us to play.
I
Yeah.
guess I'll build a PC.
Too bad it's not a real game.
Yeah,
I know, yeah,
Craig
too
doesn't
bad
wanna
it's-
do.
Craig, who played the Goth Titty
Too bad it's
Simulator
pretend.
5000.
Craig
That's a
Craig's
complete-
really-
That's a real
I
game.
am a fan
Yeah,
of
it's
it.
not.
I know for sure. I don't know if I know Craig won't like it. I don't know if you'll like it, Zach.
I'll try it.
Just come over and give it a try.
Yeah.
If it weren't $45 or
Yeah.
$55 or whatever it was.
Is it 50 really?
It's
Yeah,
like
it's-
$50 for
The cheapest version
cheapest
is like
version.
$55.
Damn, dude. I got man. Okay, look. Conan was free. Okay.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna play a bullshit game, I got a free one. Rust was also $40, I think, and I don't know how much it is
No, it
now.
wasn't. It
I
was
paid-
It was like 20.
I paid 40 for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Cheapest, dude.
But I bought the cheapest version, played it for like a week, and went, I like this game. So I upgraded to the Edge of Darkness version.
How much is that?
It's
a lot.
a lot more.
Is it $100?
Oh, it's more than that.
Are you fucking serious?
The most expensive one is like $179.
$180 for a
Holy
game
shit.
that's not even complete?
Cameron, what did that come with that made you buy it?
It comes with more loot space, and it comes with a bigger container where you can put stuff in that you don't lose when you die.
Oh, so are you paying to win? Is that what's happening?
No, I'm paying to be on the same level as everyone else.
Paying to store. Oh, so
Paying-
everyone? Are you claiming that everyone paid $180?
Most people do. Yeah, if you look online, it tells you who bought the big dick version.
The big
Jesus.
dick version.
Um,
I think being afraid to lose your
But-
weapons makes you a small dick version.
I feel like most collectors games
With
should
the,
change their
um,
thing from collectors to big dick version.
yeah, but with it
Doom
though,
should start it.
if you put something inside your
big
container
dick
and
Doom.
you die with it, if you put something in that container and die with it, you can't sell it on the market.
No, Dooms would have to be a
Because
big fucking dick
You could
edition.
only sell things on the market that were found in raid. And so if it's not found in raid, you can't sell it for the big bucks on the market. So you'd
Huh.
either have to sell it to the dealer or you have to use it in your hideout to craft something with. And things you craft in your hideout come marked found in raid. So if you build stuff there, then you can sell on the market. But they did that to balance it so people just wouldn't rush into the game, find something really valuable, put it in their container, and then die immediately.
Yeah, and then leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like the container is vastly big. I mean, the container you get in the basic version is just a 2x2. So you can only store 4 1-slot items, or you can just store 1 4-slot item.
Oh, okay.
And the container you get in the big dick version is 3x3. So you just get like 2 extra slots, or you can hold 1 3-slot item across or down.
All right. I guess I'll go next. So for me, it was. I played some Conan Exiles last night. I know, guilty. Got off work, cracked open some Pabst Blue Ribbon, because what's a better idea than drinking on a night where you max get 5 hours of sleep, and actually end up getting 3. Nothing better than some Pabst Blue Ribbon on a night like that. So cleaned up a little bit, and then I was like, you know what? It's not quite 6 o'clock yet. Let's do some Conan Exiles. So I logged on, basically did nothing. Went and cleared the
Did Pabst really win a blue ribbon?
The Edge of
I'm
Darkness
just questioning.
version is only $139, by the way.
Only 139. Okay. I thought it
And
was
so
way more.
I bought the normal version and decided I liked it enough that I was willing to pay a bit more. And the normal version is $50.
That is way too much money. That is way too much money, man.
I like it.
But,
It's worth it to me.
I mean, if that's what you feel, and that's don't feel shamed.
Yeah.
I don't
Just
feel
play
shame.
it.
I cleared out the bunghole in Conan, and then I basically went to bed.
Yeah, and then
Cleared out the bung hole.
and
Yeah.
then when we were messaging last night, we were like, "Hey, you should just come join us for Caleb's birthday celebration." You're like, "Nah, maybe next time.
That was 2 nights ago.
Maybe next year."
Yeah.
It's pretty hurtful.
Was it?
That food is bomb as shit, though,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
That El Tapatios, man, you've converted me.
Yeah, dude.
Shit was good.
It's the best Mexican food ever.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So I played a little bit of that. And then I did a ton of Suikoden 2 and a ton of Final Fantasy 14. Getting pretty close to reviewing the patches in between Heaven or Stormblood and Shadowbringers. So I think we're going to review that on Monday. And you know, I should have probably played more of Suikoden, but I played a bunch the night that I called off of work for a ridiculous reason.
Did
Because you didn't get enough
Did your
sleep.
life just flash
No.
before your eyes?
Not fully, but
It had nothing.
Just half of it.
I'd like you guys to know how many chairs I brought to the show and how many of them keep getting broken.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I don't even get to
What,
sit in the
2?
good chairs, and then I brought the good chairs too. Yeah, two.
Now,
chairs.
one of those was a shit chair. Now the red
Schweiss
one,
broke
No,
one of his
you
chairs.
broke your chair. That was the shit chair. And
the red
then-
one never got broken though.
No, I took that.
no,
out.
he just took back. Yeah.
And then these two chairs that they're sitting in are mine, and then Alex took the other one that I was supposed to use so she could use it up in her
Yeah.
office.
Yeah.
And then I brought this chair that I'm sitting on now that was like $100 from Walmart, which was fine until I guess when your child destroyed it.
Yeah,
You
I don't
just
know.
removed the bolt somehow.
I don't know. I don't know how it happened.
And then I think it just broke a little bit more as I sat down.
yeah.
So somebody in the chat is telling me that Pabst did win a blue ribbon in 1893. You know, that kind of makes sense that they'd be riding those coattails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've said it before, I said it again. Pabst is the best cheap beer.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as good beer.
Craig,
So-
one day you'll understand.
No.
You just haven't drank enough, that's all.
You know, people
I-
keep saying that, and I just no.
If you have to drink something enough to then where you like it, that means you don't like it. It means you've just become adjusted to shit.
No, there is such a thing as an acquired taste. And I
Yeah,
would say-
that just means that
you
you've
burn
become
your taste
you've become
buds.
used to shit. It's like when you're in a room and you smell like bad stuff for like an hour, and then you just don't smell it anymore.
What I think it really is,
There's still shit smell.
More
you just
from?
don't smell it.
I feel like people get too used to sugary drinks and just eating all that sweet stuff, and so when you go to drink beer and when you go to drink whiskey and hard alcohol, it's just like you're not used to something not being as sweet for you. So you just don't like it. You can't taste the
No,
nuance.
I like whiskey and stuff, and I like coffee, and coffee's a bitter drink. And then I also enjoy teas, and most teas aren't sweet unless you put sugar in it. So,
Because I find Pabst to be a very sweet beer.
nah, it tastes like piss.
I don't know what piss tastes like, but
You know,
I mean, I don't either, but I'm going off the
You?
smell of urine alone, and that's what it tastes like, is the smell of urine.
The smell of urine.
But then again, like, so does, like, Corona and...
I
all
don't
those
like
other ones.
Coronas.
that's a
Corona
racist
is
thing to
gross.
say.
yeah. Corona's
Is it?
trash beer.
I don't like Bud.
That's what
and
I
Bud
get at
Light.
concerts all the time is Corona.
I always get Pabst.
Pabst is good.
I'm sorry, you guys are just too white.
You know, Reds is good, though. I like Reds.
It's fucking
I want to
sugar.
try the fucking peach one. That's what I
It's
wanna
okay.
try.
It tastes exactly like you think it would taste.
Like
Like pissy
it still
peaches,
tastes kind of
bro.
like apple, but then it's got a little
it's got
peach.
What
a
is it?
little,
What drink is it?
Peachy. Is Reds.
Oh,
but
I have
it has
some of those.
the peach.
I are
version,
good. I like the strawberry one too.
They're too. They make my appendix hurt because they're so fucking
Yeah,
sweet.
I can only drink like one or I can't drink one or two before like
Yeah.
yeah,
They
it
make
gets way
your
too
appendix hurt.
Yeah, they make me feel like I can't process sugar anymore because there's so much sugar.
sweet. Your insulin.
My body's like, whoa! I thought this was a drink. This is like you're eating a block of sugar. I
Yeah.
like them though. They're tasty,
I
but
feel
Yeah, they're
like they
tasty.
have way less sugar than like any soda that you've ever drank.
there's something about it being with alcohol that makes it
You can-
so
yeah, you
fucking
can, like-
prominent.
Yeah. I mean that's what I have in my fridge. I'm not a big fan of like beers and stuff. Like if I'm gonna drink, it's gonna be hard. Like I like liquor.
Yeah.
Although
So,
you know
like-
what, that arrogant bastard ale or whatever, I didn't mind that one. That one wasn't too bad.
Dude,
Arrogant bastard.
that
ale.
one tasted like shit. I just liked it because of the
I
name.
mean,
You
I
arrogant bastard.
Of all the beers, that one was the least offensive.
That is one of the most offensive ones I've ever had.
I guess one bottle of Reds has 15 grams of sugar, where I guess like Mountain Dew has like
48.
A million.
yeah, get fucked, Schweiss.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, hold on. We got a bottle of Dew right here.
That's just not any Dew. That's a Liberty Brew.
77. So there you go.
That's fucking America right there. You don't just touch her.
Yeah. America's got a little more than the beer.
See that? That's Liberty's whole sweet spot right there.
You know, there's a PepsiCo in Springville.
I know. They used to be when I'm outside. Like when I was an outside salesman, they were one of my
Technically,
My
it's
customers.
Admiral Beverage.
Burrell Bottling. They're owned.
It's not technically,
Yeah, it is. Their name is Admiral Beverages.
Admiral
they're
Beverage.
They're owned by
Yeah.
Burrell
but
Bottling
it says
though.
PepsiCo on the building.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
they-
has to. That's
They
like,
just bottle for them.
yeah. It's Burrell Bottling Admiral Beverages.
Coke does the same thing. They just sell the
That's
recipe.
retarded. That means that.
Oh, I'm
it's-
sorry. Do you know how businesses work, Craig?
if
It's like
they're-
a
if they're
franchise,
different,
Greg.
If they're a different fucking company,
No,
then why
'cause
would
see,
they say PepsiCo?
Because it's so they can do it here. No, so they're in association with PepsiCo. So like
Yeah.
they
that
have
doesn't
to have
make them PepsiCo.
it has to have the name on the thing. It's like for me at my job, we have to have another name for these like other company, and we have to have an office for them. So we set up a fake office for them. But like we had to do that so we can get the shipping. Like we get like
Potemkin
some like,
office.
shipping rights and stuff. Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't make
interesting.
any sense.
Yeah, that's how Coke does it too. Very few people actually work for Coke. They work for people who bottle
Yeah.
Coke, and it's like FedEx does the same thing. It's you license it. It's a
Right. So yeah, FedEx is exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So like a McDonald's. It's not a McDonald's is technically a small business because it's owned by a person, and it's
I
a
think-
franchise.
I
It's-
think a
it's-
good art thing for that is like
Little bit, yeah.
Papa John's with like Shaq and then like Peyton Manning and stuff. Is they own buildings, so like technically it is a kind of a Papa John's, but it's their thing.
Yeah, it's a franchise, and it by definition it would be a small business
Yeah.
because it's owned by a person who
that's-
who has like 20 employees.
And that's just how it works. Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
just, it's for taxation purposes. It just makes it a lot easier.
It's also it's not even just for taxes. It's just how it's so hard. It would be so hard to have like a plant in Iowa make Coke for the entire country. That's just ridiculous. So they get it. It's too expensive too. I think is a big part of it. So they have companies that'll they'll sell them the recipe, and they'll say like you have to abide by this, and this, and then just sell it. And as long as they make it like a good quality product that's close enough.
well, then like if that like say that
And
bottling.
that's why McDonald's has a slightly different version of Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
I know.
Sprite.
It's because of the water that they use. They have a purified carbonated water, so it absorbs more of the syrup flavoring of Coke.
So like as well, say like Burrell
Same with all
Bottling.
their other sodas. So that's why everybody likes their Sprite.
The
so
Sprite is
much.
hella good. But so
That-
like
but
say
that's why.
say like the Burrell Bottling over here like goes down like bankrupt or something, it doesn't affect Coke in the same way it would if they actually owned that building.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess things like Hostess were a bit different because they actually owned.
owned all of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why they failed partially.
Yeah.
because it was too
They
expensive.
didn't license out
Right.
the manufacturer of their products. They owned everything all the way down.
Have they
Yeah.
done that now since since they're like come back, or are they still like?
Oh, they
completely
changed their
owned?
whole model.
They do that now, but what they do now, from what I've heard, is freeze it and then ship it
Yep.
out to people.
Dude, so I was in the UK
It's a
when all
drop
that shit
shipment.
went down for my mission, and like there was a panic over there. Like there's some American stores like where they sell like American like candies and goods and shit, and the price for Twinkies shot up like 20 pounds. Man, it was
You
ridiculous.
should talk to Schweiss about the collapse of Hostess because he was ground zero.
Yeah.
He
It was
worked for
it was
Hostess.
your building that caused the
No,
the
no,
bankruptcy.
no. But I saw it all.
That would be kind of funny if it was his building.
Yeah, it would be really funny because mine was fucking killer. But
Yeah, the story of Schweiss the Bread Man is very long, and it's a quite good read. And
Yeah.
the comeback later with the new company
You're
same
gonna
building.
write a book about it twice.
yeah,
You
the
should.
bread man cometh, and then the sequel
On the
will be
bar,
the
me, little Debbie, and I
the sequel will be
Twinkie the Schweiss.
cream pies, cream pies and cream filling.
I could do an in between one that's called Schweiss and the Don when I worked for Don Julio, and then the rise and fall of Franz Family Bakery.
I mean, it didn't fall, not yet.
It fell in my eyes.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
I'm the author, so
You're just like when the
it's my
hound,
world.
when the hound just like leaves in the middle of the battle, like the Blackwater. You just
The
ceased
story
out
of
when Franz
Schweiss,
was
a
going
bread
down.
and 3 loaves.
Yeah.
Just the 3 parts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy shit that happened though. There's a lot of people that lost their job in like one day. It's like 18,000 people that worked for him.
Holy shit!
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of sucked.
So man, you went wow. I just can't believe you went from like that kind of stuff like to the post office.
Yeah, one union
big
shit
jump.
show to the other. It's amazing, really.
Yeah. He
If I
went
thought-
The
from
acrobatics of
one
it.
bread store to a tortilla manufacturer to another bread store
Which tortilla is basically
to
just a Mexican bread.
customer service to then post office.
Yeah. That's the story. So, what about you, Zach? What have you been playing?
So I played The Last of Us 2. I put a lot of time into that to finally beat that. Ghost of Tsushima.
Very nice.
And
how far are you guys in Ghost of Tsushima?
I'm still in the first area because
so
I'm
there's-
choosing to do all the side stuff.
So there's like 3 parts basically, and I have finished the first part, so I'm like a third of the way. But I've been doing a lot of side shit.
Okay.
There's some
Otherwise,
sweet
I
side
probably could have it beat by now. Because if you do nothing but the story missions, I think you can beat it in like 12 hours.
stuff. Here's the thing too, like
Really?
there is no
Wow.
point to not do the side missions because not only are they fun, but they have some stuff that, like give you like special upgrades. So we both did a couple of things at the same time.
Mhm.
Where like there's a thing called the Heavenly Strike, and it's like this
Oh,
like
yeah.
one hit move that's dope, and like this is armor set, and it's just fun, dude. Like the story gets fleshed out like with these mini missions as well, and like you learn more about like the people and like as well as the country, like the island and what's going on.
Yeah,
There are
yeah.
missions
Great.
that like you do duels in, so you like have a one-on-one fight with
Yeah.
some people, and it's pretty fucking rad.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was really upset that I had to stop playing that to be Last of Us 2.
The Heavenly Strike side mission, that one was a really good one.
Oh, that was so fun.
It was so good because like that fight kind of reminded me of the fight with Genjiro on top of the castle in
Yeah.
Sekiro.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that kind of idea because that's where it like really has you learn the way you fight in the game, because you can do parry moves in that game, and then you can do like a counter strike immediately, but it's not and then you got your like basic attacks, and then you have like triangle, which is like a heavier strike, but it also is like you can change your stance so that you have you do better against certain types of enemies. So dudes with shields, dudes with spears, dudes with like a
Axes.
sword, axes, and then like bigger brutish guys.
Yeah, there's like bigger like
that
barbarian
have
looking
like
dudes.
that will have like huge tower shields, or they'll have like big ass fucking maces and stuff that'll just fucking launch you. And so you have like those moves that will be good against those guys, and so there's like a lot of like stuff to the combat. It's really great.
Yeah, so like while you're fighting, like you can decide to like change your stance up if you have enough time. So it's like, oh, this guy's like has like it's easier for this. Like you're gonna switch up to like water stance to air stance to wind stance to earth stance.
Yeah, and you can do it really fast.
To
And then
move
there's like
stance.
also unblockable moves that they have, so you can just like dodge out of the way.
And if you upgrade a certain amount of things, like some of those become blockable.
Yeah, so you can actually parry some of those moves. And
Nice.
then and then there's like other skills like the sidestep strike. So if you dodge at the right time, then you can like do a quick slash on an enemy. Which is like the best counter to like every unblockable attack.
Nice. Is it as good as Sekiro though? That's the question.
The combat is different, but it has like a similar idea.
Okay.
So they have like in Sekiro how they have like their stagger bar basically. They have something very similar in Ghost of Tsushima, but you can just straight up damage their health instead. But for the most part, like especially the shield guys, you're gonna have to break their defenses in order to like deal damage to them.
Okay. All right. That sounds like a mix between Sekiro and like DMC5.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
That's a good. That's a good.
Where like you get the different stances for the
it's
different
more
enemies.
like Sekiro and Assassin's Creed.
Oh, so like worse Sekiro? That's what that sounds like to me.
Not really. It's just different. It's a very different style of game.
Why does it always have to be open world though? Like with these fucking like Horizon Zero Dawn was the same way. Like it had a really cool mechanic and like it has its thing that it did that was really cool. But then it was like now it's also a massive world with a shitload of checkpoints and like.
I think this
Just
one does it
huge
really
areas.
well though.
It does, but it is very reminiscent of Assassin's Creed. You will see it in every bit of the open world. But the combat is very unique to the game.
Yeah.
You have to climb tall pagodas and
Yeah.
search the surrounding land.
No.
No, that's good.
But there is kind of like a fog of war to the map, so if you like take down these or retake some of the cities from the Mongols, then it will show you a bit of the area
Yeah, it
around
expands.
that town.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And sometimes it's not even like area like bases. Like I retook back a bridge, like saving this guy,
Yeah.
and it did the same thing where it's like, hey, like now you can see this area because you've kicked them
Yeah,
out.
there's like a shitload of points all over the map that you can fast travel to
Yeah.
make it easier to like keep.
There is fast travel.
I didn't
again.
know that there was fast travel for like 10 hours.
I got your back. I got your back, bro.
So I was just like riding around.
So he's like there, and he's like, one of the things I don't like about this game is fast travel.
Well,
I'm
no,
like,
I
there's
didn't
fast
say
travel.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I was like, it's
did.
interesting that they didn't have it, and I was like, oh, there is.
Yeah, you just have to like go like onto an area you've been in like a base, and you just fast travel.
Wouldn't that be a super ballsy move to not have fast travel?
I think it would, and I think
It
that
would.
honestly with this game, I wouldn't mind if it didn't
Because
have
one
fast
of the
travel because of how pretty it is.
one of the interesting aspects of it too is like there's no mini map, or like HUD at all for the game. So it's basically just like you and the world itself. So it's like more cinematic than most other
So, like,
games.
Does
how
Red
they-
Dead
and
have
so
fast
the
travel?
way that
Yeah.
you find stuff is
Oh, yeah.
you
Does
can
have a
mark you can mark a
cinematic mode
spot
where you just chill
you can
there.
mark a spot on the map if you want to, and then the wind will blow in that direction. So you just follow the wind.
Yeah, and then like if you're looking for like side missions, there's like these little yellow birds
Yeah,
that'll
so
come
there'll
out
be
and,
like
and you
little,
follow them to
little
it.
cues in the world that will show up and be like,
Yeah.
oh hey, there's something secret over here.
It's
or
definitely
there's
one
something
like
extra over
if
here.
you're gonna play it, like make like I don't really like playing it like when everyone else is online, to be honest.
I think there is a guided mode,
because
but
to hear it. No, they I don't think there is because I heard like they like the HUD, like it is what it is. And I'm sure if it's easier, like the sound cues are different, like louder. Because like for mine, like I have to be actively listening to like find foxes. Like I need to like listen because if I don't see them, then I'll just miss it altogether.
Yeah. I like the idea of that. I like how they just said that this is the game and then deal with it, kind of thing.
it's pretty nice.
The only time you get like a health bar too is when you're like actively fighting.
Yeah,
I think that's the only time it ever shows up.
yeah, and it shows you like you get like these resolve points, which basically act as your ability points. But if you kill dudes, then you get some back. It's how you activate some of your skills. Like Heavenly Strike is a unblockable attack that you can do, and it takes like one of your resolve, or you can like heal yourself for one resolve.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's interesting. It's really cool.
I'm excited to get into it.
It's really
eventually. You know, eventually. But
Sorry, I also played Cuphead. I started it this last week.
nice.
So,
It's fun. It's frustrating, but it's fun.
So what's the plan with Cuphead? Are you going to be the savior and it's going to be S3?
I'm gonna try.
no, yeah. So I'm definitely want to try. We have people who want to play it with us. We can also play it together as well.
Can, yeah.
I just need.
We could.
I would need the Switch with Cuphead on it, or I would need a copy of Cuphead.
I think as well, if we wanted to, we could do a couch co-op, like do like whatever choices we do, I hang out and play it, because we could stream it. We could stream us playing it.
Yeah.
And we could like
fucking
switch off if we die on bosses and stuff too. Like it's something that's not hard to do.
Yeah. Have you guys tried the co-op?
No.
No, I have a buddy
I
that
have a little
swears
bit,
by it.
but
It plays just like it does single player. You just
That
have
way,
a-
like, it gives you a better chance to like.
I think you can
Pills review
revive
as
your
well.
partner if they die.
You
too.
can if you do
but
a
I think
parry
you can
on
only
them.
do it once.
No, you can do it as many times.
Oh.
At least what I had heard. As long as you can like parry them, they're back in the game.
parry the enemy moves.
No, you parry the person's ghost as it floats up.
Oh,
And
really?
so when
Yeah,
you,
so
when
you
you
can
parry
revive your
'em,
friend.
It revives.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That makes it sound way easier.
Except
It's
you
not.
don't get lives back. That's just like an extra
Yeah,
life
you'll
at
just
that
have
moment. And then you'd have to risk getting over to your friend in order to get his ghost back.
That's true.
It's not like it's
I mean, that
Right.
no
does,
repercussions. It's like, how do you do that in the middle of a dragon fight?
that does make it sound
Right.
easier, though.
There's
Yeah.
some fights I could see.
I'm
that
sure it
being hard
is,
for you.
but I think it's something we should try. Then it'll give you a chance to, Craig, to review it as well. You know what I mean? Like, because co-op would be fun. I think co-op would be fun. It'd be a
Do you
fun
know
thing
if
to
it
hang out,
scales in
drink, and play.
difficulty?
I don't think it does.
I think it's the same.
Yeah, it's about the same. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
the
just
only.
balls hard every time.
Yeah, I don't think they programmed any sort of change other than because even easy mode is just smaller fights. It's not.
Well, it just takes away the like their
final-
last transformation. Yeah.
And
not
it takes
any
away the
different.
ending of the game.
That too. Yeah,
There's no beating it in easy mode.
It does take that away. That's a pretty big
It's a
one.
bold move, Cotton.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a good one.
Oh man, I remember the day, Schweiss. So Craig said, play it in easy to beat it, and I did because I was bitching out. But you can't beat it in easy. It won't let you. You don't get the
soul
contracts.
contract. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you cry?
No, there was the whole Craig gate.
yeah.
Craig Gate.
That was
Yeah.
Craiggate 2019, and then we had Craiggate 2018 as well because with the Catherine Gate.
No, see, there's only yeah.
Craig's
There's
host.
only the one that we had that for. I don't think we should attribute other stuff without proof. So
Yeah. Well, that one I feel like we had some proof for as well, the Catherine. But like the thing is like trophies do glitch sometimes, so
They
it's
do.
like I don't know. But Craig, your hostship is so scandalized. Like
and so
you were
so
scandal free
Craig-
for
You know what?
years.
You know what? Since then, Craig has then decided if he feels like he doesn't want to play or can't beat a game, then he won't sully himself by playing it or trying to beat it. In
That's
time.
true. Yeah, Sekiro.
So
That is the second hardest game I've ever played, and the other one
Sekiro
is
is-
another
I
game.
can't,
that he
I
couldn't
can't
beat.
fucking beat Owl. He's a fucking asshole.
Dude, he's not even that bad. I trashed him.
Dude,
when I
he
got
is
him down.
easily the hardest one. Like I don't know how you beat him so easily because he's fucking me.
Wait till you get to the end boss. The end boss is like precision to
and
the
I
max.
still don't feel like I really beat Sekiro
Why?
because I took the easy way. I took
He's
the early
missing out
ending.
on like 5 or 6 bosses.
And,
yeah.
and
there's
like
like a whole
two-
bunch of the game I didn't play because I took the easy
and like
route.
2 boss phases at the end too, because you
Yeah.
had to fight Genichiro, I think twice, and then you fight 3 phases of the last guy.
Yeah.
No, you only fight Genichiro once. I watched you do it. You only fight him once, and then it's 2 phases of.
Hello,
Ishin.
Nico66.
I think it's no, because he has his first phase. Oh no, you're right. I think it is just him once, and then you have 3 phases of the final guy. But man, that second phase on the final guy got crazy.
The spear.
Yeah. I can't. I had to. You have to know how to play the game. Like, you have to know how to counter everything that the game ever throws at you, or else you're not going to be able to beat the final boss. That's pretty much how it plays. Every move, every type of attack, you have to know how to counter it. It's not enough to know how to like get away and not
he's
take
a
damage.
fucker too because he doesn't stab with that spear. He sweeps with it,
Yeah.
which means that you can't do the fucking like.
But can you
easy
do
counter.
But can you just do the hop on his head counter? when
You
he
can
sweeps?
on some of them.
Okay.
And then there is one that you can do the big time Mikiri counter on, and that's the one where you stagger the shit out of him. But the
Remember
time
finally
I
getting
beat
that
him,
samurai down with the spear
yeah,
for that extra prayer bead.
the time I beat him, it was perfect. It was like the perfect run. I barely took damage. Like I was swiping everything out of the way, like fucking just bitch slapping him left and right, jumping on his head.
Mm-hmm.
It was just beautiful.
But see, that's what separates us from the rest of the game reviewers out there. We actually have to beat the games that we review, or else our review is not valid.
Right, we don't. Yeah, I'd agree. We don't play the first like 30 minutes of a game. Be like, well, this is what I take from this part of the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those fuckers will play like a half an hour and be like, "Yeah, I didn't like it, so I'm gonna stop playing it, and this is how I'm gonna review it."
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
then they just
you know
look.
what? I didn't like Parasite Eve 10 seconds into it, and I played that whole fucking thing.
Yeah, all 7 hours of hell.
Dude, that game is awful. Awful. And then Alice, too. Alice, I knew immediately I was going to hate it. And then, you know what? It was bad. It was garbage. Fucking glitch fest of evil.
Yeah.
Evil.
Oh, I guess that's
Those-
a perfect segue.
Those screaming fucks.
We didn't talk about if we beat anything yet.
Oh yeah.
Or we didn't do a question.
Yeah.
That's true. I guess we got.
I mean, that was close. That would have been a good segue. Thanks, Greg, for ruining.
Yeah, thanks for almost getting there. All right, so we know what everyone's been playing this week, but the real question, the only question that matters here, anybody beat a game this week?
Nope.
Cameron?
I did not.
Cameron, you had something to do.
Yeah.
This is the guy who also has something to do.
But see, I think I'm still close.
Go on.
Look, man, that is such a shit excuse because the
So-
problem is it's circular. It's well, Cameron's not going to beat it, so why don't I just not play it? And then it's like, well, Caleb's not going to beat it, so I could just play Escape from Tarkov.
I mean,
It's like,
I played it. I didn't shirk it off. I didn't just ignore it the rest of the weekend.
That's
But I did because I spent all of Saturday with Craig for his birthday because I'm a good friend.
Yeah, you ignorant fuck.
yeah. Did you go with him, Zach?
Yeah, he
you
came
did.
down to El
'cause
Tapatio
I'm a
with us.
good
For
friend.
lunch, yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, but then I had to
Yeah,
go home.
see-
My mom asked
see-
me to like drive her up halfway because she was going.
Yeah,
camping.
so this
like-
is how yesterday went down. Me and Jacob, my old roommate,
I'm sorry.
we drive down from Draper to Provo, which is like 25, 29-minute drive depending. Pick up Zach, drive all down to Payson, which is another 20 minutes.
No, it's about 15.
And then we go out to eat. He has to go home, help his mom pack, drive all the way back to Provo to drop Zach off, to then drive all the way back down to Spanish Fork to go play games at Craig's place.
well, it's a good
The
thing you like
asshole
driving.
of Spanish Fork, too, because that's like...
Yeah.
The taint.
That's
the
that's
taint of
deep.
Spanish.
My house is deep into
it's
Spanish.
practically Payson at that point.
Yeah.
No, it's like it's on the way to like the Spanish Fork Canyon. It's like right next to it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
I didn't even play yesterday, dude. I just slept. Like
yeah.
seriously.
I mean, that's what you need.
I
to
played
do.
I played the night I called off. So I had a ridiculous. I got to tell the story real fast. Ludicrous story. So like Friday comes along. I'm playing Final Fantasy 14, and like my little son, he walks up to me and he like hands me. I think he handed me both of my shoes. He does this randomly. Like he's like maybe he's telling me to get the fuck out. I don't know. But he,
Hey, don't you have a
This
pack,
is my place
don't you
now.
have a pack of cigarettes to go buy?
yeah, something like that.
Like father, like son.
Going to
right?
get a carton
right.
of milk.
Yeah. And he hands me the shoes, and I'm like, "Oh, thanks, buddy." And I like pat him on the head. Then he walks off and goes and plays. And I'm playing 14, and then like I'm like, "Okay, it's time to get ready to go." I start getting ready to go to work, and like I can only find one fucking shoe, and I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And I like tear the living room apart. I'm like, where? I swear to God, I was handed both shoes. But I don't have both shoes, and I only buy one pair of shoes usually. I have like a dress pair that I never ever use, pretty much, and then I have like my work shoes, and that's it. Like I'm not a man with multiple shoes, and I learned that that's a bad thing now.
Yeah, that I've started going to where if the shoes I like, they're doing a sale on them, I'll just buy 2 pairs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
And
I
then
really need to adopt that as well.
Yeah.
No, dude, like you wear Converse, right? Like a lot.
yeah, I like Converse.
I do Vans, and like the Van store, like every time it's like back to school, they always have like a killer sale where it's like, oh, buy a couple pairs.
Yeah, if you can usually find some like last year stuff, you can get 2 for the price of 1 type of thing. It's just like, and then I'm set on shoes for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I couldn't find a shoe, and I was like, it was like 7:28, and I'm like, I'm not gonna find it. Like I'm not gonna find it, and then I'm not gonna get to work on time. And I think if I clock in after 8 o'clock, it's technically tour 1 for the next day, because the Postal Service has like a 24-hour clock thing, and each 8 hours is like a tour. And if I
Okay.
clock in after 8 o'clock p.m., unless I get them to fudge the time, I can't work the next day technically, because you're not allowed to work 2 tours in one day. And so if I clock in after 8 o'clock, it becomes tour 1 of the day after, and I can't then work tour 3 of the day after, which is my actual shift the next day.
Dude, this is why the post office is losing money.
It's because it's bureaucratic as fuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's trash. And so I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm not going in tonight. And
I
I
mean-
fucking I didn't, and
I mean-
I never found the shoe.
I mean, you've worked long enough for the post office, have enough friends there. They could have fudged the time for you a little bit, couldn't they?
Yeah, they would have. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've done that before, where they call me in and I'm like, I'm an AF, dude. It's gonna take me a while to get there, and then they just kind of like shift everything back 30 minutes.
Okay.
So then it's like they pretend I got off earlier than I did, but they also pretend that I got there earlier. So like I
Right.
can fudge it, and I could have just taken a few hours off and gotten some shoes, but I'm like, you know what? They tell me I get the same amount of like reprimand if I take a couple hours unscheduled as I do the whole day. So I'm like, fuck
And
it.
see, that's another thing too that I dislike about shift work like that. It's like, what the fuck happens if you legitimately can't make it to work and you get reprimanded?
Yeah.
It's like, why do you want to fucking work at a company like that?
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
They don't. They don't. I haven't gotten in trouble before. I've gotten talked to, and they're like, "Hey, you're missing too much," which is bullshit. But
Yeah, about just check your fucking overtime.
'Cause
Missing too much.
yeah, they give me so much time too. I have like over 200 hours of leave.
How far ahead do you have to plan it though?
It depends on if it's available. They'll give it to you like next.
What
day.
about this Friday?
That? See, the problem is the problem with the premiere is that the dates are fucking packed for this weekend, and I don't know why, but like it's very full.
The premiere is packed.
No, the
There's a work off
the
time.
work time off. 'Cause They
Oh.
allow like they don't allow a ton of people to leave at once because then there's not enough staffing.
Yeah, no, makes sense.
And
Just
it
call in
was
sick.
I could.
I
That's
mean,
what
you should
did.
have scheduled it off as soon as you could have.
I did. I looked at the list and it was more than enough. It was more than the allotted amount of people requesting it.
Hmm.
And so like that was months ago. It's really weird because there's like no other weekend that's that way.
I wonder if it's because of like
Maybe they're all going to see
Since-
13th Cross. I don't know. Fucking everyone at my work but me will be there.
it could have been too because like since last week was like a Utah holiday, but like because the post office doesn't get off work, it's like it's not a national holiday. Maybe
Yeah.
they just like pushed it around. So
Maybe, yeah.
you know,
But that was
Yeah.
nice too. I mean, I went and saw some fireworks with the boys, and I didn't have any shoes on, but
I didn't
So
have any
I'm really
shoes.
gonna not have as much time to beat Suikoden. I have to really focus on it the rest of this week
You're gonna have to.
why?
because I'm gonna be gone all Friday and then
Oh,
a bit of
yeah.
Saturday.
How many hours have you put into it? Do you know?
I've probably put in around 8 hours so far, but most of it's just wandering around because. Okay, another thing, Craig, why I didn't put as much time. Like I just fucking remembered.
Look at it.
I know I'm looking at a guide, but the guide I'm following I think is 100% recruitment guide,
Yeah,
Yeah, don't do that.
but it's the only good text guide.
just skip past the recruiting part. I'll still recruit when I find somebody. I'll like work to get them, but I'm not going out of my way anymore.
Yeah, so there's no other good text guide that just walks through the store without getting on the recruiting. And the only thing, if you watch a YouTube walkthrough, you're effectively doubling your time because you're watching them do it, then you do it, then you watch them do it, then you do it.
Yeah.
And so you're doubling your fucking playthrough time when you do that.
The biggest fuck you I had was so there's a town that you have to go to that one of your old characters used to live in, and it's super fucked up because like a lot of crazy shit happened there, and then you like make that your base,
Right.
basically, and that's like where everyone gathers, and you can like, I think that's where you're gonna be able to store like all these fucking recipes. I have like 12 recipes hogging inventory space, and I'm like, I don't want to throw them away because they seem important, but I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm fucking getting filled up on shit that I can't even use. And the map that I looked up online has that labeled as headquarters, and it's not headquarters yet in my game. And I'm like, where the fuck is this place I'm supposed to go? Like, I swear to God it was this one, but it's the map on this fucking site says headquarters. And then I realized, like, oh, this is going to be the headquarters. And I was like, fuck, come on.
Okay. But
Go
another
north.
thing
Like, it
that's-
is a fucking north.
that made me have to rage quit playing Suikoden and start playing Civ with these guys is remember how before I was complaining about the running I'd be running but then not running and then I couldn't get it to stay running when I'm pulling a circle down. I found out that Craig's Vita is also fucking up with buttons where it will auto press buttons for me. So I'll go into like someone's chat menu, or if I go into a fight, it'll just back me all the way out. I'll click it, it'll back out. Click on it, back out. And I just sit there for like forever, and I'm trying to fucking save my game at this inn, but every time I fucking click into it, it fucking takes me out of the conversation.
It's ripping control from me.
And so now,
It's literally ripping.
so
control.
now I'm gonna have to
glitch.
fucking tear his PS Vita apart to see if I can clean the contacts on the fucking
cum.
on the fucking button pad, so I can fucking actually play the
I would
game.
never use my Vita for that, by the way.
As a
I'm
cum
not,
rag?
I'm not you.
No,
With
but
the
there's
PSP,
gotta be
the
like
fucking-
your PS when your Vita you gave it to me. It was a little
Greased.
slick.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know if it's that, but I'm gonna have to tear it apart to see if I can clean out the contacts, just so I can fucking play the game and get through a conversation and have it like auto go through it as fast as it can without being able to read any of it, or like even just go into a menu to save or go to my formation without it just like fucking backing out as fast as it can. And I mean, like. I'm going to film it for you guys because it's ridiculous. I can't get through any conversation without it fucking with me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to banish anyone but me from using my blue controller, which is the new one. But like the big button is all squishy and like it's not firm, and triangle is the same
Yeah.
way. Now, I'm just gonna have to start either cutting fingers off or like saying that you can't touch this. This is mine. You can use the old fucking.
And it
controller.
started out bad, but it started to get worse. Like,
Yeah.
I
Dude.
just started to notice, like, I didn't know it was happening at first until I finally realized, Craig, it's fucking hitting the circle key over and over and over and over and over again.
They're
I don't know
backing
why.
you out of the text.
Yeah.
So what that reminds me of what happened to me in fucking it was that Mana game. It was Secret of Mana on the fucking Switch. And the Switch, dude, there is no excuse for a controller fucking up like the Switch controller fucks up. Like everyone in the world, the only advice I ever get is just buy a pro controller. And it's like, just go fuck off. Like I already paid way too much money for this toy. This console this toy that's dressed up as a console for Halloween, and Halloween is every day. I've already paid way too much money for it. It is not worth the amount of money you pay for
Yeah.
the Switch. There's no fucking no. Bought it anyway. It's everyone's favorite console because they're assholes. They're lying to themselves.
I love the Switch.
And it's from games that were from better consoles that they ported to the Switch. That doesn't make it a better console. If that was the case, the PS3 is the greatest console ever made. 'Cause it's got all the great fucking PS2 games, all the great fucking PS1 games, all the good PS3
But it's
games.
just when it comes to Nintendo, they don't ever re-release their games, and they,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
you
crack
know,
down
you
on,
get it.
on emulators.
it makes it a bit,
So-
it makes it more of a rare.
Yeah, they just rarify their own shit.
But
for
they
whatever
also
fucking reason.
rarify quality controllers because
Yeah.
like the 64 was garbage, the fucking Wii U was
You
trash.
fucking take that back.
The
The
64
N64 controller was the peak
I'll have you know
of
that
controller
the
perfection.
the Switch Lite, its Joy-Cons have not fucked up at all.
No,
so I
and-
just
and
wonder
they
if
won't
it's just a
because they-
detachable.
No, because they fixed them. The thing that and I'm gonna be pissed off with. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break that?
Yeah, you popped out the fucking battery.
God damn it! Just fucking use the one with the fucking battery cover. It's not like we have fucking 3 more of those chilling in here. Like, why are we still using this piece of shit one?
Because it's better. It has a better quality.
I don't care. Get the fucking back
You
on
could
it.
at least put duct tape on the back of it.
Isn't
could.
that the older version though?
Yeah, it is. The battery life on it is way better, and also the the sound quality is like oddly better.
How? The sound, it has
I don't
nothing
know.
to, it's like, we can control like the bit rate it records with, but the sound quality is governed by the mics we use.
Yeah, I guess I could add it the other one. I just don't like the AAA battery.
Yeah.
I'm racist against
I can understand the battery
Racist
life
against
being a
AAA
thing.
batteries.
I just don't
Sorry, there's technical difficulties at the moment.
I don't like this
I punched the batteries out.
How dare you?
So now I'm gonna have to spend all fucking tomorrow tearing apart your Vita, and hopefully I don't break it because there aren't really good guides online about taking it apart to clean the contacts. So I'm just gonna see what I can find and then just carefully take it apart and clean it with denatured alcohol to
So-
see if that fixes it.
As well, going
And
back,
then your charger fucking broke, and so I had to buy a new charger.
Yeah,
Then the
that
amount of
was
like
lame.
input I need to do on this fucking Vita so I can fucking play this game.
What were you raging on? It was
Me?
something about the Switch I was bitching. You were saying 64
well,
controller.
I was kidding. But
Oh,
like,
oh.
no, I'm gonna tell you what does piss me off about that too. Is the fucking Joy-Cons. It's bullshit because like you get drift. They had to have known that was gonna happen with the quality of shit they used.
Yeah.
And I was saying why you have a good one on the handheld.
Yeah.
It's because they updated it. If you buy the Switch controllers, which I'm gonna have to buy a fucking new like Joy-Cons, and that pisses me off.
Yeah.
But what it comes with is if you get the newer ones that are like orange and purple or the watermelon colored ones, those ones they fix the hardware so you don't get the drift.
Yeah, well, it's horse shit because
No, I agree.
it didn't happen for a long time. It didn't happen for a long time on the Switch. It was a while, and then suddenly I was like, maybe I got one that doesn't have the drift, and then it just started fucking drifting. I'm like, dude,
That happened to me because I talked shit to Branny about something like, oh, it fucking sucks. Must suck to suck. The next goddamn day, I start getting drift.
yeah.
It knows your happiness. It takes it from you.
And
Bullshit.
I was playing.
It's fucking terrible.
I was playing the mana game, and to access the menu, it doesn't have like a traditional menu system where you like press a button and then it opens up a drop down menu. It's like you press it and it has this circular menu that comes out of your character, and then you can like different screens have different options. Like one's like inventory spells and all that, and then the other one's like game settings, and then the other one's like quick items and stuff like that. Lots of different little sub-menus in this thing. When I would go into it to like cast a spell to hit an enemy with, because it's very JRPG micromanagey with the menus. You have to go into the menu a lot. I would go into the menu to try to get the spell, and then it would like drift, and so the menu would like fly out and then like come back as the next menu, and then I could do that over and over and over and over and over again. I'm fighting the game for like an hour of my playtime is me just trying to fucking counter this bullshit controller, and it's crazy. It's like, why is a modern system getting such a fucking pass on such a huge problem? No one's bitching about that. Everyone's like, oh, I love my Switch.
People are bitching
No.
about it.
It's like the Nintendo's this
twice,
fucking
twice.
master puppet master, and they're just these
There was-
marionettes. Like, oh, I love the Switch. The Switch is my favorite
Twice.
console.
I love the Switch.
Isn't
They're
it
all
the
made of that.
greatest console that
It's
you can
just
play for an
the-
hour?
Twice
The
there was a
Nintendo
fucking
fanboys.
lawsuit.
No!
There was a lawsuit about the
Fuck!
fucking drift on the controllers.
Yeah, because some people
You
did
all
a lawsuit,
deserve it. You
but-
deserve everything you've gotten.
Nintendo now has to fix everything for free.
Everything that all these fucking
So
Switch
you-
is the greatest
so
console ever. People,
have
this
to-
is what you
have to
deserve.
you have to send
This is
it
what
in
you get.
It's just
to
the
get it
people
fixed.
who are
I
like,
wouldn't say
oh,
it's, I wouldn't
eat
say
it.
it's the greatest
I mean,
console, but I do enjoy
You'll
my
have
Switch.
a problem if you buy the Pro controller. It'll be fine. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, but no.
See, and I bought the Pro controller.
Like they're willing to
Before I
look
knew about
past
the
its
drift.
flaws.
I bought it
You know
because
what's-
I wanted it.
You know what's fucked
'Cause
up?
of my hands.
So I bought a Pro controller because I wanted it, first of all.
Yeah.
But then like
Yeah.
the employee at GameStop that I was buying it from, he told me that I should watch out because the Pro controllers can get drift, and I was like, you better be fucking kidding
I will
me.
grab if that's what
Because-
happens. I'll go back to Walmart and I'll throw it
Because
against their
the
wall.
damn thing was $80, and I
Yeah,
that's
swear
ridiculous.
to God
Yeah.
that if it gets drift, I will murder everyone at Nintendo.
And it's a fucking toy, and it's a toy accessory for $80 to
So,
an overpriced
you
toy.
you saying yours with like the Legend of Mana or Secret of Mana or whatever. Mine did it. Oh, Montel Williams. That's cool, man. We got a cool D watch on our Switch. No, so like
Commenting on that.
mine did it
Chat.
for Final Fantasy or not Final Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Mm-hmm.
So I would accidentally do fucking attacks I didn't want to do that would just fucking do nothing.
Yeah, it's because
And
some
then-
games are like, let's get intuitive. Let's put like attacks as part of the controller, and then the Switch is like, oh yeah, sure, go ahead and do that because it's gonna drift your way to fucking oblivion.
Oh, you want to actually attack? You're not gonna do anything.
No,
this
my
turn.
biggest
It's
problem with the
bullshit.
Switch Lite is trying to play competitive games like Smash. It just makes your hands cramp really bad.
Yeah.
Just because it's not ergonomic to the button layout to keep playing over and it's such a small controller.
Yeah,
I'd be pissed if I had to go through two. I haven't had any problems with my Switches
No.
besides the drift.
But-
and I bought mine used.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm going through on this fucking Vita. I don't know. Like
That
if
Vita
I
is,
can't
like 6 years
if I
old.
can't fix it, then
No,
I
it's more
can't
than
then
that.
I can't play it on this Vita. I'm gonna have to try to find another way to play it.
yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to fix it. But dude, it's. I like the Switch though. I do enjoy it, and I like that it has
I like
all these
it
old
for
games.
you fine,
relax
okay.
games.
I do like it, but I don't think it's a good console.
See, I don't
think
play
it
it.
has. I think it has deep flaws.
Yeah.
the Switch.
Yeah, and it's not like the Wii U where it's like, well, it had a couple really good games. Yeah, but the Wii U worked. The Wii U was functioning. The Switch doesn't fucking work.
Yeah, it does.
And it's ridiculous. No, it doesn't, Craig. If you had to fucking buy a Pro controller to play a game on it, that's not a functioning
that's not-
console.
That's not why I bought it.
Yeah, but
I bought it because I like the feel of it more than.
But the
fucking
that being
controllers.
the only thing I've ever heard other than send it in as a fix is ridiculous because a lot of people who have sent it in, it still fucking has the problem.
I mean, yeah, it is a serious problem that the Joy-Cons have drift, and that's one thing that made me worry for Cam with that fucking Switch Mini or Switch Lite or whatever. they're
No,
calling
no
it.
drift.
Yeah, they said they
Because-
fixed it.
is what they've said.
I highly doubt that.
and I agree.
Because like even
but
the newer Joy-Cons that they have had drift problems.
no.
So
So when I was playing Cuphead over here,
uh,
that's the one that has the drift, and I was getting.
So I was one of our friends. They all like to play Overwatch on the Switch, and I gave it a try. Like, it's just so unplayable. It's like I can't understand how people want to play games like that on the Switch. Just like the input delay is so huge.
Yeah, it's like a handheld PC in my
well,
mind.
the
No,
fucking
not even
the
not powerful enough.
online for Switch is also bad. It's just straight up
It's
ass.
like- it's
Nintendo
like-
does not know how to do online connectivity, and they
It's
never
just
have.
like trying to do anything that requires a little bit of finesse, like trying to shoot someone in Overwatch. You just can't do it.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying about PC is like it's the console that I like to play old games on. That's
Yeah.
what I like my PC for.
So I use my Switch for is
it's
a
all
lot
it
of
can
just
do.
by platformers. I use it for the platformers, and I mean, maybe I'll play like the new Zelda game on it.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
I
like-
just use it for platformers.
Like a listener sent us codes to Hollow Knight, so two of us can play Hollow Knight.
I'll review that with you because I have it. I bought that. I love that fucking game.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should give one to Cam because I already own that game.
Okay, well then we can all
Perfect.
play.
I
Let's do
fucking
it.
love that
Bring
game.
back
Yeah,
an indie
I-
section.
And I was like, they
I
got
played
it on
that
the
last year. It's great.
they got it on the Switch, and I was like, that's a console that should be played on.
Well,
Well,
Yeah.
that's
seems right.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
things I really love on the Switch are definitely a lot of the indie
The more
stuff.
unique
They're so
looking
fun.
games, definitely belong on Switch.
Yeah. So I like it, but at the same time,
So
it's
I feel-
like it's so it's so inconceivable that it would have that big of a fucking problem, and no one's like flipping tables over because of it. Like they were, I guess, in the
Oh
beginning.
yeah, they
but-
definitely were. I'm still flipping tables because like one of my fucking the Joy-Cons that my Switch came with drift.
Yeah.
Which is why I had to buy another set of Joy-Con. Well, I got another set of Joy-Cons for Christmas, but I bought that Pro controller partially because they were drifting, and I was like,
I
you know
bought
what, I'll just
see, and I didn't know about the drift when I bought my Pro controller. I got it when I got my Switch and everything. I was like, I want it for like some other games, so like I can just. Like,
I haven't had any problems
back
with my
on it.
Pro controller. It's honestly pretty
I haven't
great,
either,
but,
yeah.
See, here's what the Pro controller is to me. The Pro controller is them selling you the fucking Bengay
the Bengay.
after they
See,
fucked you in the ass so hard that your ass needed some shit. It needed you needed some
Pro
ointment
controller
to
made,
cool off that burning ass.
I think the Pro controller makes fighting games a little bit easier.
It does
'Cause
It
they
also-
tore into it.
It also helps with other games like Breath of the Wild. I did not like playing that game.
It's
with the Joy-Cons.
the Pro controller is preparation H, and Nintendo caused your hemorrhoids, and now they're like, look, we got this medication for you. It's like the one-stop shop. They cause the pain, and then they give you the remedy to the pain. It's ridiculous.
Interesting.
It's insane. Dude, it's fucking. I don't even care. I shouldn't have to fucking take it apart when I barely played it. And some people get the drift like immediately. It's like instant. Like,
Oh yeah, mine started drifting. I think 2-3 weeks after we started playing with the Switches.
yeah. It's like, God damn it. And mine took so long. Mine was like a year, and then it came after I was like talking about it. I was like, oh man, mine hasn't had drift. And then the Switch was like,
Yeah.
it heard me, and it like rolled over, and it was
Do
like,
you think?
oh.
Do you think like this is like the Japanese
that?
revenge for Pearl Harbor?
Yeah, it's a
like,
Switch. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they were just, that's why they're waiting for you to say. They're like, drop the ball.
Well, that and the coronavirus. Those are
I thought
Big.
coronavirus was China.
no coronavirus was Nintendo, so they could sell.
Oh, that's
out of
right.
Switches.
That's my
and,
own theory.
And
that
Animal
was
Crossing.
my own theory, and I can't believe I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I gotta get my
that's
hat
what it
back on.
was.
Confirmed. You heard it here first on Nude Clan.
Yeah.
It was a Nintendo.
The truth.
The truth.
The truth of Corona.
Everything in our life just starts getting drift. Our cars just start getting drift. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We
My
should-
dick was straight before, but now it's drifting to the left.
We should go
I
hard.
shouldn't have to buy a car and then get an alignment right away.
We
It's
should,
new!
we
And
should
no
go.
one's talking about this.
We should go hard on that coronavirus theory, like
Yeah.
like the conspiracy.
And it's another way for them, oh, God. And then they got the Japanese government involved. And that now it's going to be justification for them to try to take China again. Because they clearly can't manage themselves. So the Japanese government was like, they gave them a pass to cause the virus and blame China.
So like the next,
they also caused the unrest in Hong Kong as like the start.
Yeah. And they just copied the American flags to make us feel better, but really it was like Nintendo
Yeah, you only saw like
Nintendo
you only saw like the
flags.
one side. The other side is a Nintendo. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be like the old school like Nintendo one. So it's like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
N64 one because they're like, no, we're taking it back.
We're bringing it back.
We're gonna have to be the weebs of Tsushima as we just like hold them off.
It's deep. It's deep.
Sony's gonna. I think that'd be where Sony betrays us in the end because they're also a Japanese one. So we're like, no, we have them. We have the PlayStation. They're just like, no. And just like,
They join Xbox.
Bastards.
yeah. In the end, they'll come to Xbox and we'll be like, go. No,
Not
this is fucking Stadia. Stadia is just like the Hunchback from 300 that betrays everyone.
Yeah.
They're the
Is
Stadia's-
Microsoft Xerxes? Is that what that is? The fucking what's that guy? The showcase guy for Microsoft is Xerxes. He's like a fat Xerxes.
Stadia's like, if you come around this part in Toronto, you'll come straight down.
And then the
They don't check. They don't check any of their boundaries. It's okay.
no one ever looks. They're so cocky.
And that's why our government's like so fucked up right now. Is because Nintendo got into it.
yeah. Holy shit.
They're fracturing us.
Holy shit.
We're the fractured butthole.
God, yeah. And instead of just wanting to fuck your girlfriend, the Microsoft spokesman's gonna fuck everybody.
Or you don't have a phone?
And all of this is available day one on Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
Now we need to go even deeper down the rabbit hole and just keep adding.
We should. This console war is getting crazy because it's going to become our war.
Yeah, it's become a fucking
We were fighting each other for so long.
biological warfare, for God's sake. It's insane.
The Switches and fucking Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I even bought it, and I don't even fucking play it. I played it for like 2 hours. That's a lot of money. $60, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Should have listened.
You should have listened.
You should have listened.
Yeah, everyone told me. Not one person said that it was.
See,
a game
you
for
know,
me.
what the fuck, Schweiss? Okay, you know what? Fuck you, because I say, hey, you're not gonna fucking like this game, and you fucking buy it. But when I say, hey, you'd probably like this game, and I'm playing it, you
It's
don't
too much
fucking
money.
buy it.
It's too much money, and it's funny because Animal Crossing is like $10 more.
And you're like, but Animal Crossing was a finished game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
It's a real game.
that game was released.
Oh yeah, I should have listened to you guys.
It's not
I like
Pinocchio
this
Cam. It's a real boy.
Yeah.
If that's not the biggest fuck you, I don't know what is.
Probably is. Yeah. So I don't think anybody beat a game this week.
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I beat The Last of Us 2, bro. You take that big titty bullshit off because that's not a real game. I'm going to be.
It is a real game.
It's not.
It is.
The Last of Us 2 for Sackboy. All right, so the hog for the host is as follows. Two-way tie for King Hog, 13 for Greg, 13 for Zach. Two-way tie for Piglet Supreme, Cameron and
Piglet Supreme.
I at 9 games. Yeah. So we got
It's
some.
those games that we can't beat that we keep playing.
They're so long, yeah. And then I've got the MMO on the side that doesn't even count. It's like,
Did I tell you what I'm going to get commissioned as soon as I win King Hog?
what's that? A tattoo?
A4 is gonna draw me as like Darth Sidious from Star Wars, and I'm just gonna be electrocuting Craig.
Yeah. Nice. That'll be our.
You know, that makes me Samuel L. Jackson, right?
No, you're gonna be Luke when he's like, "I'm never doing you," and you're just getting the shit shoved out of you.
We could do that as our season 5 logo.
It could
That'd
be,
be pretty
or
great.
it could be Craig as Emperor Palpatine with his jazz hands up in the air.
Yeah,
and it was
and he
Vader.
was, like,
and it
throwing
was
it.
Vader throwing him down. Yeah. To me, that would make a little bit more sense.
That would work too.
That
Yeah.
would be really funny.
That's a good one, yeah.
But I
Thrown.
lived through that, so
Somehow Craig's returned.
yeah.
It's like the season 5 opener.
Yeah, yeah. So that'll be next
And
season's
then
logo.
my clone granddaughter is like the fucking
Does that mean we're gonna have to get a chick on the show?
yeah.
God. So that's the season, next season's logo, and then the season after is like me holding Craig like with the mask off. And his dying moments.
But no, that would make me Darth Vader.
We're not going for consistency.
Yeah,
that's
there's,
right.
there's no story
Yeah,
you're trying to
we're
tell.
going- It's
Yeah.
funny.
This is in a continuation, yeah.
Yeah.
Although that's only if I win next year to you.
Just Craig
then I
just
survive.
bald in his fucking.
Yeah, and his egg.
I feel like if it does come to like neck and neck, we need to do like A4 to do. It's like Anakin versus Obi-Wan, like with the blue lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The style.
And it's gonna be great
points.
because he's gonna draw us fat too. So we're just like. A4, if you're listening,
He's-
text me because I'm gonna pay you for this. Because I actually want this now.
Yeah, they can't wait.
Because this is what this year is. It's
True art
me and
cannot
Craig
wait.
fighting each other. You're the chosen one.
What is that song called that plays at the end of
Battle
that?
of Heroes.
Is that what that one is?
Yeah.
That one and then Duel of the Fates are like easily the best Star Wars.
Well, the best is
songs.
like because they mix all three of them. It's Duel of Fates, Battle of Heroes,
and then the
and
the Imperial March.
yeah, that's a good one too. Out of 7 though, I really like the March of the Resistance. I think that's a really good one too.
I don't
What's
know.
that one?
The one where the X-wings fly into Takodana.
I'll have to listen to that one.
I like
again.
that one.
Remember that one?
And the Imperial Suite from Rogue One is also really damn good.
I'll have to listen to that one too.
I like the Tatooine when like the two suns are setting.
Oh.
Yeah, that one's a
I
good
decided
one.
if I ever get married, that's what I want at my wedding. The only thing I'm gonna say, 2 things I decided. So if I ever get married, the 2 things I said that I want, that I'll have a say in, and then she can do whatever the hell she wants. I want the Millennium Falcon crashing into a cake, because I have a Millennium Falcon that can do it. And the band, they're gonna have a band there. They're all gonna be dressed up as the dudes from the cantina, and the only song they're gonna play is a doot, 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 doot. That's all it's gonna.
I thought you were gonna say the first part and then get pegged by a strap on afterwards.
You
It's
don't
the
know
one
what
night-
I'm into.
This is the one night you get to fuck me in the ass. And
All
then
right,
that's
baby.
it.
Promise me the orgasm every woman's promised. The leg shaking. Grab my hips and go.
God.
So like low key,
Those
I
two
have a
things.
friend, that I talked to, like, and she actually is like into like that dumb shit, and so like the jokes that I have with this is the best. It just makes me laugh every time.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
funny.
mean, you got to try at least once.
Yeah, you got to find a good master though.
Do you, Kim Kim?
It's true. You don't know if you're gay unless you try it, Cam.
Hold on, I'm gonna download Grinder for a day.
Brandy, I'm gonna buy your plane ticket. You show
Wouldn't-
Cameron a good time.
No. You got to try it at least once. She shows up in the leathers. And,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that
Yeah.
made me feel something for a second.
Yeah, there you go.
Cameron's wooden laughter. That's what it would be if we closed captioned this episode. Got to try everything once. Wooden laughter,
Yeah.
indicating
Haunted
indicating
look in his eyes.
Everyone gets one.
haunted
the
wooden
World
laughter.
War One like the background.
And then like speedball punching his ball sack like through the bottom of a chair after the.
No, it's that one scene from 007 where they're like smacking his balls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when he's like,
Oh,
that honestly,
just mush afterwards.
dude, that honestly like it sounds. That's one of my favorite scenes of that movie because he's such an asshole while they're doing it.
That is funny, yeah, because he's like, can you go a little to the
He's like, yeah,
left?
he's like, do you have any last words? Or he starts laughing and he's like, what are you laughing about? And he's all, when you're dead, I'm gonna tell them the last thing you did was scratch my balls. It's great.
Yeah,
It's
an
like
awesome
that
scene.
was a big dick move.
Yeah, some good stuff in those.
Smash down head in the morning.
God. All right, so we've already kind of gotten into some of the rage with the Nintendo.
Did we want to get that question first?
Yeah,
Or are
we can
gonna-
answer the
or are we
question.
gonna fuck
Oh
the
yeah,
question?
we're gonna do the question, dude. Let's do it.
Is it the question or
The
is it
question
a
that
question?
he keeps fucking not responding to because I don't know why.
Sorry, it was loaded up and it's not anymore. Give me 1 second.
I know what it is.
I know. So Bounty Hunter Altered Destiny asks us.
No, we were gonna skip that one.
No, we're not. How the fuck did you guys
Fuck
do
you
a
guys.
total
I
review
don't
of the Witcher
understand why
TV
you
show
want to skip it.
and not mention Yennefer's wonderful tits
Hey,
even
that
once?
one I skipped on purpose.
Fucking hell.
I skipped that one on
And
purpose
you know
last
what?
time.
I don't care. It's a question.
No, it's not.
It is a question.
It's not a question.
Why do you hate tits, Craig?
I don't.
He loves them so much. He
Yeah,
got
I
his
love him so
own.
much I grew my own. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. That's dedication.
That was my joke I was gonna do. God damn.
I'm sorry.
Fuck.
Do you think it's easy to maintain this? Look at this. That takes effort. all
This
right?
is a chalupa.
There's 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 Dwayne the Rock Johnson maintaining, and then there's Craig maintaining. They both. It takes time. It takes energy.
And it takes a shit amount of calories.
It
'cause
takes
if
a
you see how many
fuckload of
are gonna
calories.
hit
That's a lot of energy. That's like
a lot of money too.
tons of kinetic energy that could be used, but isn't. And that's the thing. You have all that energy inside you, and you have to hold it in until it dissipates into your thighs and ass.
That's a
That takes real control. That's true restraint.
just
Yeah. Oh.
That's not how that works.
he does. I think we know anatomy.
Yeah. A little at least.
You know what though? Good question. You know what? I don't know how we missed that because that was the best part of the show.
Yeah.
I don't know why we would focus on that. That seems like a really.
Have you seen you like? Oh, choose the hunchback. She's hot, dude. Even with
That
that,
was
hunch
a
fucking
joke.
back.
But no, seriously though, like, why the fuck would we focus on her boobs?
We see a lot of
That
boobs in
seems
that
like-
show.
Did we not
Like-
mention them in passing? At
We
least
didn't.
once?
No, we didn't. And he was right because I thought it was weird.
I mean, there's enough boobs on the show.
Yeah, but Yennefer's are great
I don't know why we'd point out specific boobs though.
because
That
she's
just
a
seems-
she's a main character.
still though.
Yeah.
It just there's boobs in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and Daenerys is hot
Did
as
you
shit.
guys talk specifically about Cersei's boobs or Daenerys'
Cersei's
boobs?
doesn't count because hers was a body double.
I
That's
did.
still the character's boobs.
So I did in the first episode. I talked about like top 5 girls of Game of Thrones,
I mean, of course you know.
but both of us ended up
Okay,
doing
yeah, that
like
makes sense that you would do that.
we both ended up doing our favorite like female characters and not necessarily the hottest ones. I meant it as like the hottest ones, but then James was like not down to make it hottest ones, and so I just kind of like conceded, and I was like, all right, well, we could just do the fucking the best chicks in the series. It's kind of how we ended up. But no, I
Jennifer Love Hewitt wasn't in The Witcher or Game of Thrones, Joe.
yeah. Don't bring up non compatible people.
Like the thing is, like with we were like, why would we bring up like Jennifer's like main character? And for me, she's my type. She's bitchy. She's aloof. Doesn't give a shit.
She's dark.
Probably hates me. That's my type.
Yeah.
This the probably hates you.
I love the daddy issues.
Yeah.
That doesn't really seem like daddy issues.
She hates.
It kind of is though, yeah.
Yeah, that's why she like wants the powers. Her dad like took it away from her like the entire movie or the entire like beginning. Like she had no say in anything she did. The chores, getting sold to the fucking witches.
Yeah, but she was a hunchback.
Yeah, so
I
was
mean,
Quasimodo.
That means she's not real human.
Yeah, they're less, right?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Physical abnormalities.
yeah. Like in the like the fucking fantasy worlds and in like the medieval times. Yeah.
If you're
They're-
gonna pick on somebody, immutable characteristics, I mean.
yeah, I mean, you might as well do it for something like that. Yeah, the devil's inside him, bro.
Yeah. Something fucked it back up.
The devil was inside of her.
Yeah.
So
I wish I was
And
the
then
devil.
and that guy fucked it out of her.
yeah. So here's the reason why I didn't want to talk about it. I feel like we get too misogynistic on the show sometimes. Like it's a bunch of guys, you know. And I was just like, yeah. And honestly, when we reviewed it, I wasn't thinking about her tits. I was thinking about how I really
I was comparing it to the book and to the games. Like the actress's tits didn't come into the thing at all. For like, I don't know why they would. I don't know why they would assume that we would zero in on something like that in the first place.
Right.
That seems that's one of the reasons I avoided the question is because like it's a meaningless,
Yeah,
stupid
if you want
question.
to avoid a question, you got to explain why you're avoiding it to them, so don't keep
Exactly.
asking about
No,
it.
you know what?
Because
We owe
it's
this.
funnier to me to just ignore it, and you guys
No.
fucked that up. Just so you know.
We deserve to answer this one because we're not taking political questions anymore. So we cut out a bunch of questions that we did have.
We have another question in there that is much more worthy of our time than why didn't we talk
What's more
about a
worthy than
specific
Yennefer?
actress's tits?
You know what?
we talk. Honestly, I think we didn't talk enough about how shitty That scene where they all got high with Yennefer.
Oh,
was.
I agree. I don't think
We didn't mention that, and I was like, that was one of the dumbest scenes in the entire show.
Wait, when they
Agreed.
got high.
Yeah, because they like got stoned on some
Yeah,
fucking
remember?
thing,
And
they're all like, oh,
Yennefer like takes them to the area where they turn everyone to eels for their magical energy.
Oh yeah.
And she's
yeah,
like,
that one.
"This is what happens. This," and you're like,
this is what
"Ooh."
happens when you get high.
Yeah, because she gets him high, and then just like totally crashes her high.
This
to be
is
a
your
bitch.
brain. This is your brain on drugs.
It's just sitting here
It's
like
an eel. Yeah. Paid for by the I don't know, the fucking mad.
What other question then, Craig?
Mexican
What was the other question?
There was that one about video games.
Yeah, we could do another one.
That one seems like it's one I wanted to answer that one too, but I feel like that's one of the ones we can make like a full episode out of.
I mean, yeah.
And that's why I wanted to save it. Is for that.
I'm also saying that is a much more worthy question.
We can still make it an
No
episode
offense,
later. We've done
dude, but
we've answered questions in the main
Hey,
episode.
don't be-
questions about specific tits.
I will. You know what, Joe? I will talk about Kat Dennings all day, every day. If I could just nap once on that beautiful chest, I would do it.
Yeah.
100%.
Kat Denning. Who the fuck is Kat Denning?
She's the chicken Thor. The friend with Natalie Portman.
In the first
Oh.
Thor
She's
movie.
in Charlie Bartlett. She's in
Right.
Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. She's in Two Broke Girls.
Yeah,
I
know who
follow
that
her
is
because
now.
I fucking love. I have the biggest crush on her.
Yeah, I don't remember the first Thor movie. So
You don't remember the first Thor movie?
I mean, I remember it sucked, but
it didn't suck.
it's pretty fucking.
Part
lame.
of it wasn't that great.
I think
but-
it's easily the worst Thor movie, which is
Well,
sad
I mean,
because
Joe
the
and
second
I
one
agree
also
that
kinda
like
sucks,
everything
too.
that's on Earth is the best part of the movie. So like half of the movie is good.
Yeah, I don't even care about that though. I think I don't know. I kind of remember. She's the blonde one. You said.
They went over the top and weird with like the way Asgard looks. I think.
Yeah,
I feel.
the majority of the Thor part, like the Thor solo movies, are my least favorite in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
Ant-Man actually I don't like.
Iron Man is kind of not great. The
Iron
first
Man's
one's
better.
pretty good, but
The first one, but in general, Iron Man's better. His arc.
Yeah. Black Panther is pretty good.
yeah, you go one and done.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how you know they're not going to come back. is 'cause
Ant-Man
they
and
get-
Wasp was really stupid. I'm just gonna put that out there.
I
How
ju- I
dare
just
you sully the
don't
name
like
of Evangeline Lilly?
Dude,
Ant-Man,
I wanted Wasp to be awesome, but she's not.
shrinking and supersizing
just that
powers
movie,
is
dude.
just tantamount
It's
to
just not
stretching. I
great.
don't like it.
I don't know
I
why
hate
you're giving
stretch
me that
powers.
face.
I hate going super small or super large. It's not a power.
Yeah, it is.
It's a setting.
They can use that
It's a
power
resolution
for
setting on your
specific missions,
screen.
bro.
You're going to tell me Mr. Fantastic is
Tactical
also a
fucking
superhero?
missions.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
I mean,
is.
Mr. Fantastic's not for reasons that involve him breaking like treaties of war, but like, because Mr. Fantastic is a bastard.
Yeah, he really is. He's a fucking douche.
I hate stretching powers.
That's why I'd say he wasn't.
And
Yeah.
I just don't like
You don't like
Ant-Man.
Mrs. Incredible?
That badonka.
I hate stretching powers. I just don't think.
But
it's
what if
a
you had
legitimate
stretching
superpower.
powers?
Then I fucking wouldn't use it.
He's like,
I'm pretty sure you would.
This superpower's bullshit. I'm never using this.
Yeah.
I'd fucking hang myself with my own dick, stretch it out.
Whatever,
wide
you try to
and-
hang yourself and your body would just like slide.
Yeah,
down
see, that's the
and
thing. If I fall
you'd be
asleep,
like,
do I just like
fuck.
slowly start to stretch? It's just like yeah.
That's actually that's kind of canon in like the Marvel universe of Mr. Fantastic. Because if you see like there's like where they've drawn him like that, like he's all like stretched out, like sliding off like the bed and stuff.
I think
Just stretching powers are stupid.
Cameron, you only say that because your balls stretch and dunk into my toilet occasionally. I hate stretching powers
No,
so
no.
fucking much.
That's he actually
your
has
toilet.
stretching.
Your
His
toilet down
balls
here
have
is-
stretching powers.
Oh, it's not
Yeah.
mine. It's not mine.
No,
okay.
not yours. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I
you
was-
do have superpowers, and it's your stretchy ball.
yeah, that's why he hates it. I was like, stretching powers are bullshit.
That was him, Loki. Like, guys, I'm a
I
superhero.
wake up with my I wake up with my balls flattened to the bed, bro.
It's not a fucking
On a hot
power. It's
day,
a
it's just
curse.
a-
you
they
could
s-
use him as a weapon. You're just like,
A hot day. It's
Why would I
it's
want to
a
use a weapon that would hurt me more?
because you're cuck man.
on a hot
no,
day.
he's a cuck. Schweiss is cuck man.
On a hot day, you can like use it as a shield. Like it's like a body armor. You just fucking like hold it.
No,
up
what
to
was
the
like
the,
thing.
jump off a
um,
cliff. You're like,
What was the that Japanese I guess creature who could use its scrotum to stretch and transform into stuff?
It's a tanuki. It's
Yeah.
the magical
of course
raccoon
of
dogs.
course you would know that.
There's an entire Ghibli movie about it.
Of
Yeah.
course you would know that.
Pompoko. It's great.
Of course you would know that.
And it is their
Yeah, I
scrotum
would
that
know
they
that.
use, right?
Yeah.
To do that, yeah.
It is pretty.
Yeah, so there is
They do that in the
Yeah.
in the
There's
movie
no-
too. It's fucking great. There's a scene where one of the raccoon dogs like jumps onto a moving car and then uses his balls to like cover the car's front window so they can't see anymore. It's fucking funny, dude. And then there's another one where like they're all sitting on like a giant carpet in the middle of the fucking forest, and then you find out it's like the elder Tanuki's balls that he just like spread out for everybody to just sit on.
I feel like we should review that as the nude plan.
That sounds great. Yeah.
There's
That's
some
fucking
good moments in that movie. I like it.
Well,
Now that we've been misogynistic for the day,
yeah. Now we're supposed to talk about the bad moments.
I think the bad moments
rage.
are kind of funny though too. I mean, hearing you get mad, I try not to laugh all the time on PlayStation.
Okay, you say that, but
I know.
you have just as much rage, if not
Oh,
more.
I agree.
Craig holds a grudge, but you get mad. And then when you get mad online, your like microphone starts to do this clicky thing where you cut it out. So it's just like you get little perfect clips of yelling, and we can't quite get the whole picture of what it is you're pissed off at. It's just, cutting in and out with a click. Just in rage.
That hurts my soul.
Yeah. No, it's good.
It makes it better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if they didn't want me to be mad, they wouldn't make the game fucking bullshit. So
All right. I guess, yeah.
yeah, that is the topic today. Is just
Finally get around to it.
the gamer rage. I mean, it's been enough. Like, there's enough clips on
On Twitch.
Twitch and shit of you freaking out. You freak out on the show
Yeah.
about games you've played, and I've heard you on mine too.
Yeah. I've had more gamer rage a while ago. I don't have it as much anymore, but yeah, there's certain parts of the games that make me. I more just get
Whatever. When
empty-
you've been drinking, you play Call of Duty. I've heard some shit.
Yeah,
I've heard some shit come out of your mouth.
I'll get more just dead inside now than I will Fallout rage. But then yeah, if there's bullshit going on, I'll get mad at it.
Yeah. So, all right. What's the earliest moments of gaming rage then? Like, because I don't remember getting super pissed off as a kid.
What
playing
about
games.
the fucking controller you'd beat?
Yeah, I was like 18 when I did that.
I broke controllers as like a teenager
I've
as
never
well.
broken a controller. As mad as I've gotten, I've never done that. I've never felt the need to like throw it across the room.
Oh, dude,
I've thrown a controller across the room once.
I went through like 4 PlayStation 3.
I've also never punched a controller so hard that I broke it and split my knuckle open.
Yeah. That was a lot.
I understand God of War doing that to you, though. I understand it.
Yeah. Yeah, that final boss on hard was fucking nuts. I wasn't even I wasn't even getting like a trophy or anything. I don't know. Maybe I was on the PS3. Or it might have been no, I think it was a PS2. No, it was my PS3. Yeah, I was trying to get a fucking trophy for playing it on hard and I couldn't do it, so I just beat the shit out of it.
Was it that part? Because I thought you were saying it was the part with the skeletons on the elevator. Because that part's fucking annoying.
No, it was the final area in God of War 2. The very final platform where you're fighting all those dudes and it's like endless.
I almost threw my controller at the new God of War on PS4. I didn't, but I almost did.
For what?
With that same the elevator part. It's exactly where like you're coming up and you hit like each like area.
And the dudes drop down on you.
Oh yeah, dude, those fucking elves every goddamn time.
So that part is rough, but it's not anywhere near the part in.
Yeah,
like,
but
I think God of War 2 also.
what
has that
difficulty
part.
did you play it
So
on?
God of War 1 and 2 both have a part where you have to like move the fucking like crank thing.
I remember I played.
While you fight the fucking
I am a
skeletons.
gamer as well,
and,
Craig.
And then it keeps going down, so it's fucking bullshit. That
Dude,
wasn't
no.
in the new
That
God
didn't-
of War.
That didn't make me mad, like that I remember. But like this one is fresh, because I played on the hardest goddamn difficulty it gives you because I'm an idiot. and I beat it. I fucking beat it. But
That's crazy. I couldn't. I had to play it on normal.
Yeah,
I
I
tried
played
it on
it on
hard.
normal.
And I couldn't.
God, dude, it
That fucking-
I'm having Vietnam
that
flashbacks
ice
right
giant
now.
was rough too. That fucking laser beam was fucking asshole-ish.
Dude, the ones like on like that, like the hardest difficulty, the ones that are the worst for me are those like little like dog ones that like jump and like dig in the ground.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So like fuck them, dude. They
Yeah.
caused me so much trouble.
Those were always the worst than the other ones too. Those like little dudes that would dig and then they would come out with their like
Little
scissor
knife
hands.
things,
Yeah. Them and the fucking sirens in God of War Ghosts, Ghosts of Sparta. That one, I don't like that game.
Sirens are assholes.
I don't like
but the
that
ones
game
that I hate
because
the
of the
most
sirens.
are those dudes who like you can't hurt. I can't remember what those guys are called. They're those like ghost dudes with the scythes that will like go underground and stuff, and like you can't damage them for a second.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
You have to,
I
like,
don't
play
think they're
PUBG, 'cause you have-
sirens.
No, those are
You
the
have
ones we
to-
were.
You have to like grab them and throw them up.
Yeah.
with
Those guys are
Blitz chaos.
fucking dicks, and they're in all of the God of
And
War
they do a
games.
ton of
That's why they're
damage
in
too.
there.
They're fucking assholes.
They're just like fuck you, cuck, and they just throw it in there.
Those guys in the sirens in that ghost game were especially heinous. But yeah. So the God of War has gotten the rage out of me. I remember there was it was when we were playing Dissidia, and I re-listened to this on Ultima like a few weeks ago because I wanted to hear it and hear if it was as funny as I thought it was. But like I'm sitting there, so I'm playing this game and I've died like 40 times. The final boss in Dissidia Final Fantasy is fucking crazy. You're fighting chaos. He's 3 stages. Sometimes on the first stage, he'll parry your very first attack, and he will just lay into you and just destroy you basically endlessly. And so I'm sitting there playing this game. It's like 2 a.m. on my day off, and I'm sitting there in my bed, and I die again and again and again and again. And one time I got to phase 3. I'm at the end, and he fucking does this bullshit attack that just annihilates me. It just destroys me, and I have to restart the whole thing. And what I did is I fucking put the PSP down. I like pull my knees to my chest, put a pillow in front of my face, and I just scream into the night. I'm just like screaming and like pulling my body as small as possible until I like see stars and like run out of oxygen. And just like silent scream in the middle of the night with like Alex just sleeping next to me, and I'm just like just in abject misery, like inches away. Just fucking clench up into the fetal position and scream.
She's dreaming of sugar plums and fairies.
Yeah, and I'm over there just fucking hating.
Schweiss is looking for the fucking the knife.
Yeah.
Done.
Same thing happened when I was doing Tactics Advance. I didn't do the scream thing. I did scream into a pillow, and I punched a bunch of stuff, like my bed. But I'm playing it, and it's like, we're going to review this thing at fucking 9 a.m. the next day. And I'm like, oh, I can beat it. And then I play, and then it's like a 40-minute cutscene / fight. And then sometimes when I get into the final fight, he just drops a nuke, and it kills 3 of my 5 characters, and then they proceed to fuck the other 2 in like 3 turns. And then I have to restart it and do the cutscene again and again and again.
I hate games with mandatory
Yeah, that's
cutscenes before a
fucking
fight.
terrible.
I would hate Final Fantasy X.
I was up until
You can't skip them, and they're long as shit.
I was up until like 5 a.m. and I had to wake up at like 9. So I got like no, I think I got like an hour and a half of sleep actually. So I think we were recording even earlier, and I just had to keep playing until I beat it. Because it's like Joe beat it, and I had to do it. And so I'm like, I'm fucking getting like no sleep, which back then was not a normal occurrence like it is now. And I'm just trying to beat this fucking game, and I can't do it. And it's like, it's so fucking unfair, too, because it's a really long cutscene. It's just blah, 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 talk. And then I get in, and then there's like a 40% chance that she's just going to drop the fucking nuke on my ass, and almost everyone's going to die. And there's no recovering from that. Like
Why would they have a mechanic like that? Do they want you to lose the fight?
I don't fucking know. No, it's not like
It's just
staged
meant to be
loss.
hard.
It's just every once in a while there's a chance that she's going to do this mega move that just so
That just
happens
sounds broken
to...
and stupid. Where it's based on RNG at that point.
Yeah, it
And
is.
there's
Yeah.
nothing you can do to recover from it. So
Yeah,
Is
that's-
that you, Cuphead?
That's Cuphead, yeah. It was some fucking Cuphead.
Some fucking bullshit.
It was another Nintendo handheld. It's fucking Cuphead, man. The
Yeah,
fucking...
that one
Cuphead,
was
Cuphead came out on Xbox.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
that's
originally an Xbox exclusive. So
Yeah. It's... So that's another one of deep rage. What about you, Craig? Let's go around the table and tell our war
This is like
stories.
the AA meeting. This is a
so
What's your... Stand up, tell us your name.
um.
I'm Caleb Craig.
Specifically, what
and
makes
I'm a rage
me
addict.
rage at a game is when something happens that isn't something you can control.
How many days have you been rage free?
Not even one.
I don't know.
It's okay. This is a safe place.
Anyway, so the clip we used for that the intro, the what is it, the pre-roll for this episode is me freaking out, and that was during a boss fight in Vampire, where the boss hit me with like an AoE thing that did like 70% of my health as damage. And then the second that and it made my character fall down. So, I got fucked. And so like he got, the second that he gets back up, this like she does it again instantly. So I can't even get out of the way to dodge it. And I can't heal myself to like take the damage. So it's just instantaneous death. And that fucking shit pissed me off because that happened multiple times in Logan while I was trying to fight that boss. And so it's just shit like that just like that really gets me. And then stuff like, while I was playing Alice, fucking all the glitches that I encountered in Alice were fucking absolute ass. And then, there's those guys, the screaming dudes in Alice.
Oh, yeah.
If you fucking jump in the air, you no longer have, like, weight to you. And so the screaming dudes will push you away with their sound waves. And so you'll just fall off the map and die.
Into oblivion.
It's fucking awful. Awful shit. Because they come at you in, like, all of the platforming parts. And so while you're jumping, they just have to scream at you from like a mile radius, and you just die.
Yeah, you just fly. Sometimes they save you, but
I got saved one time, and then I was immediately killed by
there.
So it didn't really do anything.
The time they saved me, I like overcorrected from the save, and I killed myself because of them. I was like trying to like jump to like recover, but then they actually saved me, and then I caused my own death because of their interference. It's like the Good Samaritan that actually kills you instead of helping you. Like somebody comes up on your wrecked body in an accident, and they move you, and it like breaks your already broken neck, and then you die.
Yeah, it's just.
Whereas if they would have just left you alone, you would have been fine.
It's just fucking really poor design. Like, you no longer have any weight, so they control you completely. It's fucking awful.
Yeah, it rips control.
There was that. I have a fucking video of that, all right? I have a video of that, and it exists. And then, of course, Bounty Hunter. Everything about Bounty Hunter is absolute garbage.
I mean, if you would have got the first bounty, you would have had problems.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have broke the game.
I don't think that's what broke the game. You guys like to blame that, but it's just the game itself. It's fucking trash. The game is absolute garbage.
You should play it on PS2.
Fuck, there's videos of Joe getting absolutely butt-fucked by those fucking alien tiger things, and
They're called Nexu.
That's fucking horrid design. They can fucking just knock you over, and the second that you stand up, they immediately jump you without you being able to move out of the way. And even if you could, they'd still grab you because the area that they can grab you from is insane.
Yeah.
It's just poor. It's awful. And you can't do anything about it.
I don't know if that's a glitch of the system.
It's not a glitch, it's just poor design.
Yeah.
But that's all that game is.
That's true.
Poor ideas combined with poor design. Like the fucking twin guns. Yeah, let me shoot at two guys and do half the damage to both of them. That's great.
It seems cool until you actually see it, and then it's horrifying.
Yeah, and then it's awful.
Yeah.
Unless you have a fucking turbo controller, which like means that you no longer have limitations.
Yeah, you've
Until
basically
you walk over a weapon pickup in the middle of firing.
And then you fucking like grenade yourself because the game is fucking poorly designed garbage.
Why would you auto switch to a weapon you pick up?
I don't know. There's no answer that's good.
That's so stupid.
There's not a satisfactory answer to that stupid question.
And then there was also that part where I fucking like went to grab that one power up, and then it shot me all the way up through the roof, and then I fell through and then died.
Yeah. There was yeah, that's pretty fucking bad. I'll let you know what, I got another one, but I'll let Cameron go. Cameron, what do you got?
I thought you said you had another one, then you'd let me go.
Oh, I can tell mine, I guess. All right, so God of War 3. I got really into getting platinums for games. I wanted to platinum all of the God of Wars before God of War 4 came out, right? I wanted to get all of them. So I went and I played through Ghosts. I played through Chains of Olympus again on PS3, which is awesome because I started it Friday night, and then by like Saturday morning, I had it platinumed. It was like very fast. And I actually got to the end boss Friday night in like 4 hours, 4.5 hours or some shit. And I was going through all these games, and it was a good time. And I was like, you know what? I never got the one for God of War 3. I've got it pretty much down. All I need to do is like a couple like collectible things and knock it out, and I can get the platinum for 3. And I fire it up, and I get to like, it's not even the first boss fight. It's like just barely past the beginning of the game. And there's this part where the game like was really freaking out, and like shit was getting weird. Like the animations would be off, the sound was off, and like the cutscenes, and I was like, something's fucky in this game. Like something's just wrong. And then I got to this part where you're, I think it's when you're climbing through, Gaia. Is that the chick's name? Yeah. You're climbing inside of Gaia, and there's a part where you're supposed to like jump across to a wall. But every time I would jump across there, like the map would just like smear, like this weird painting. It would just like smear. The colors like started smearing, and then I would like fall, and then like everything would just smear. And like it didn't give me a fucking game over screen or anything. I died, and I made the death sound, but it was just like this like painting being warped. It was like the fucking, yeah, I don't know, like the monkey in Lion King like drawing something with his like spice and shit, but like it was just like in God of War 3, and I couldn't get out of it. And it did that for like weeks. Like I would go back to the game, and I'm like, maybe it's gonna work this time, and it would just fucking smear. And I was like, dude, is there some kind of fucking conspiracy where now that they've got God of War 3 remaster, they're like, let's glitch every God of War 3 original game and just make it impossible to play? And like for a long time, I wasn't able to do it. And then I finally went back, like I think it was like a month before God of War 4 came out, and the game was suddenly playable. I just started a new game. I deleted the shit, and then I started a new game.
Yeah, something got fucked up with your save data. Somehow.
Something, yeah. And then I was able to play it through to the end. But another thing that really pissed me off about that is I fucking I was trying to get all the godly possessions or like collectibles in the game.
Yeah.
And you have to get all of them on one save file to get a trophy, right? It's like to collect all of the godly possessions. And you get the last one about 2/3 of the way through the game. I started collecting them, and I think what had happened is I like collected one, and then I went to work without saving, because I got to the part where I was supposed to get all of the godly possessions and get the trophy for knocking it out, and I didn't get it. And I was like, oh, fuck. And so I went back, and I looked at which one I missed, and it was like the second one. So I had to start the game all the way over again from the very beginning and play like 2/3 of the game to fucking get the gold trophy for that. And that's when I finally platinumed it. And it's funny because like I've done the platinums for 2 and 3 in the last like 5 years, and I didn't even beat either of them when I did it. I just got the platinum, and I was like, I'm done now. Because I got fucked over in 2 as well. I missed one of the fucking chests, and I had to start the fucking thing over again. Because it's like, oh, you got to get all of the
2
Uber
is like
chests.
the longest one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and so I was like, I've just been I've been disenfranchised from the fucking God of Wars because of the damn trophy collecting and the stupidity of me missing shit. But that was pretty irritating having to do that again. Like the next day, I had to go 2/3 of the way through the fucker to finish it up. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. But the smearing was really starting to piss me off because I like wanted to get this done. I wanted to play the game again before the new one came out, and the game decided that it wanted to become a fucking painting. It wanted to become like Edward Munch painting, just fucking weird swirls and fucked up patterns. The scream. That was me screaming in the game. All right, yeah. What about you, Cameron? What do you got?
The one time I threw my controller across the room, was playing Monster Hunter World, doing the
That makes sense.
what's it called? The first big boss enemy that you have to fight Nergigante on top of.
Oh,
the volcano one.
Zora
Magdaros.
Magdaros.
Yeah,
Zora
Zora Magdaros.
yeah.
As you are, going through trying to quench his flame and fighting off Nergigante, the whole time he's like a volcano, so he's shooting like magma and like giant rocks out of the top of them that just land randomly. And there was a part where I was running up out of the area that we just fought Nergigante from. I got hit by one of them, right? And it almost killed me. So I'm like, shit. So I'm rolling away. I'm starting to drink some health potions. I'm looking up around and stuff like that. And like out of the blue, just smacked by another one that I didn't even fucking see. Like I was looking up and all around just to make sure nothing was falling on me, but I still got hit by one that I couldn't see for whatever fucking reason. And my controller just it left my hands at that point. And I just wasn't aware of why or how, but it went skittering across the room and slammed into the fucking sliding glass door for the balcony. It just dinged off. It didn't do anything. But for the longest time, when I first got that PlayStation, I couldn't understand why my controller would just start to fuck up. I'd be playing a game, and all of a sudden, none of my input would happen for like half a second, and then all of it would happen at once. And so that would just happen over and over and over again. I'm like, is my controller bad and stuff? So I bought a new controller, and eventually it started happening to that new controller. I now know that for whatever reason, when I have a headset that plugs into my controller, and maybe if the controller battery gets like less than half, it'll start to do that for whatever reason.
Maybe it's your headset, like specifically.
I've changed headsets. That's why this one's over here now. I would swap out headsets. I would do all sorts of stuff, and then I just finally switched over to a USB headset, and I've never had that problem again. Like the controller,
That's super weird.
The controller would continue to do it until I hit the reset button.
I actually remember this.
And then when I hit reset, it'd be good for like an hour, and then it'd start doing it.
I remember you complaining about that too, but like I have had 2 headsets that plug into my controllers, and I have not
never
had a
had the
single
problem.
problem.
There was probably something with my PlayStation and I guess the receiver for the controller on it that would, when the controller itself was low, maybe it would not know how to read the signal from the controller versus the signal from my headset, because when that started happening, you guys would start to hear me cut out a lot, like really hard to hear me all of a sudden. Because whenever it would start to do that, you couldn't hear me. And so I just think like when the controller's battery got a little bit low, it would jumble the signals it was sending, or the PlayStation couldn't decipher it as well. And that stopped happening as soon as I got a plug-in headset.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Yeah, and so then on, never had that problem ever again. What other game has made me rage? I know I've raged for all of the Dark Souls. Like, Dark Souls 3 broke me. I'm not the same person as I was before.
Fucking Dark Souls 3, dude. I have a clip of Dark Souls 3 where I was like running past some snake dudes, and there's like one of the snake dudes has those like axe chain things, and I got like past them, and there's like the fucking axe chain that like literally went through the stairs just and then got me.
Yeah, that's another thing with how the hitboxes work in Dark Souls, how weapons can go through fucking walls if you're not careful.
They can also go through those fucking boss fog things, which is fucking asshole-ish.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got hit by a guy from behind in Dark Souls 3.
I bet you did.
And then, like, the Watcher guy did the lunge attack and killed me. Like, I
Mhm.
got hit and I was staggering, and then the Watcher just comes up and does this lunge mega attack, and I died.
Yeah,
And no chance to roll, no chance to dodge.
I went into the fog thing for the Abyss Watchers fight, and one of the guys from behind, like, straight up stabbed me, and it did, like, a shit ton of damage, and I started that fight with, like...
Yeah, that's the
like
one I'm
half of
talking
my
about,
health.
yeah. And then they did the one big attack when they were running at you, and then they killed me. It was like a team effort. It was so fucking lame.
I died a little inside for the Pontus Sullivan fight. Something snapped in my brain
Pontus
when I was
Sullivan.
fighting the final boss in Dark Souls 3. I died a little inside fighting the final boss in Bloodborne. Just all the effort it took to do that
for
fight.
him?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
he's
never
tough.
had any moments like that in the first Dark Souls.
The hardest boss in Bloodborne is in the DLC. Is the Orphan of Cause. I threw my controller on that one too, my PS4 controller.
Oh, and it took me for fucking ever to kill the nursemaid. Like, I just couldn't get that fight.
Oh, really?
The
Yeah.
girl?
It's the
Joe's final boss?
It's the nurse.
The nurse in
Murgo's wet nurse.
Murko's.
I only died to that
nurse.
once.
Yeah,
I
it's,
kept dying
yeah, same. You get behind
again.
her and you just
I
hit her
know.
in the back.
I know, but I don't know what was.
It's
fucking
scary when
happening
they
in that
when
fight.
she like clones. That's when I get.
I know
No,
what
just
you
run
mean
in a
about that
circle.
for like
Just run
something
in a
being
circle.
easy for somebody else, because that fucking like
I don't know what
that
it was.
blind dragon boss in 3, like I could not get that guy, but Schweiss beat him in like one try.
So yeah, so with that,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
us,
I had no issues with the spider boss either. I just I fucked him over. The vacuum spider. Yeah, that was an easy fight for me.
So going what you were saying, I was talking to a friend about Sekiro because I'm like halfway through the game and I started playing other stuff. I had a really hard time with the ox that had the fire on its head just because of how chaotic it was. But he's like, oh yeah, I fucked him up in like the first turn, but then like I fucked up the dude on the horse. I killed him the first time I fought him.
That guy was super easy.
And so yeah, he's like, well, that's when I had the hardest time with. I'm like, it doesn't make sense.
Hardest time? No,
I just cheesed the ox because you can get it to charge you in a corner and then just
that's what I had. Well, I asked you. That's what I had to do.
There's another one you fight later when you're good at the game, and I fucked him over.
That one.
Yeah, I parried the shit out of that guy.
Once
you're good at Sekiro, it's really fucking fun.
I didn't realize you could parry the ox.
Oh yeah,
which
you
is
can
part
parry
of like
everything.
why I kept getting fucked. I had to like dodge behind him and then attack the shit out of him.
Yeah, I just got him to charge in a corner, and I just fucking gored him while he was doing that because I didn't know how to play the game.
Right.
Sekiro gets the rage out. Any of those Souls games,
yeah,
are hard.
Those made me rage. But it's just like, especially when it's a game you have to beat in time, and it's just fucking breaking you on the wheel. It's just like, what's the fucking point of life? Anymore?
Dude, Parasite Eve. I threw my Vita.
I've
never thrown a controller.
That's why your buttons don't
but
work.
I have thrown my Vita. But it was only
It's your fault.
No, it was at the bed, so it didn't do anything.
That's why it's covered in cum now. That's why there's cum in the controller.
You just leave it as a fucking dirty girl.
You threw it in a fresh bag.
Oh, fuck you. And that's why I can't play this fucking game.
That isn't why.
He's got that baby batter in there. Fucking.
I guarantee
if I pull this apart and it doesn't fix it, I'm not buying another fucking copy of this game. I'm gonna have to borrow your copy twice, and it's gonna be fucking weeks before we get to this fucking review.
No, you can transfer your save.
You can transfer it, and you can also download. You can borrow Caleb's PS3.
See, that's one thing I'm raging at is when the fucking console you're playing on, whether it be
doesn't
the
work,
controller or the fucking. It doesn't fucking work. You can't play the game. You can't experience it.
Yeah, you had
prohibited.
a similar problem with Castlevania because like there were buttons that you just didn't have because it was on the PSP. If that's the case, then don't allow us to play it on the fucking PSP. If it doesn't work, like why would you give me access to that?
Yeah.
Or
maybe
just fucking,
did I rage for Castlevania?
You were like, oh,
maybe there's just these large chunks of what I don't remember because I blocked it out.
It wasn't rage. It was like, oh, I didn't have that function, and it's like, oh, it's because it was like L2 and R2, and there isn't an L2 and R2 on the PSP.
Yeah, they would just map it to something else.
You would think they would, but they wasn't.
I don't remember
what are you talking about?
Castlevania Symphony of the Night on PSP, there were certain things that he wasn't able to do because he didn't have enough controls, enough fucking buttons on the PSP.
You sure about that?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Because I also played it on my Vita, and I had no problems.
I don't remember anything.
And both
having
Cameron
any
and I
specific
did
rage
the
in it.
Upside Down Castle. We did everything in that game.
I don't remember anything specifically making me super rage.
It was like
like
the alternate fire or something. It was like an alternate button that you weren't able to use.
Well, I wouldn't have raged at it because I would have known.
I don't think you were raging, but it was something that was really bullshit.
Hey, what fuck you guys
it was another console limitation, though.
I do get angry in some multiplayer games, just depending on how invested I am in something.
Schweiss and I got fucking angry in
what
League
other
of
game
Legends.
have you guys heard me get
fucking angry
about?
Oh, you've gotten pissed on League of Legends.
Dude,
I haven't played
League of Legends is...
Yeah, you have.
Like a couple... Oh, yeah, cool. Because, the biggest thing about League and why I never really got into
League is
because
wound.
I started trying to play it, and you guys would make your low-level accounts, and I'm still trying to learn the game, but then you guys would get tired of playing on your low-level accounts and go play on your big accounts, and then all of a sudden I'm thrown into a match with people who are lower level than you, but much higher level than me.
That's not what it was.
And I get fucking stuck, and I just got fucking
we
like
were
I'm done.
trying to level you up faster.
And then it's just like, yeah, but you gotta stop feeding in your lane. I'm like, well, I can't fucking play the game. Yeah, so it was more probably rage at you guys than the game itself.
Yeah, I just remember the last time we played it. It was like 3 years ago as a group, and you got fucked over as the one character that you always played as, and then you just fucking quit the game.
Yeah, just quit in the middle of the game.
In the middle of the match, yeah.
And so years later when I logged on, it just like gave me the one warning, oh, if you keep quitting games, it's like been years later since I've booted it up.
Yeah.
It gave me the final, like the warning of not quitting in the middle of a match.
Dude, I got banned because I disconnected one time, and then I came back and won the match. Like, I got like 30-something kills as Teemo, and then afterwards it banned me. It was like, oh, you quit a game, you're banned. I'm like, I fucking came back as the Messiah. Like it was my, I had my 3 days of death, and I came back and saved this world, and I won the fucking round. And it's like, nah, not good enough. Banned. 30 minutes. I'm like, fuck you,
bitch. So the newest game that I played that I raged at was fucking Undertale.
Oh really? Mine was
yeah.
Last of Us
'Cause
2.
I got mad at that one, but nothing.
That sniper part on the bridge.
Oh, yeah, that
was
was
fucking bullshit.
I only
for
died.
me.
I only died once because of the zombie.
What? How? I died.
Because I'm better than
I
you.
easily died 30 times on
Yeah, I
that
died
fucking
once.
part.
I just died
Because like every single time I would try to cross it, I'd either get sniped immediately, like with no fucking like it was classic Call of Duty fucking levels of bullshit. Where I would poke my head out, immediately get sniped.
Yeah, I know. Well, then don't poke your head out.
No,
you
dude,
can see the glint of the
you can-
sniper thing.
Yeah, I know, but like then there would be zombies.
Oh,
who
I
were-
know, but I didn't do
no,
it.
No, because there would be zombies that were coming at me, and I can't fucking
Craig,
do that.
you
when
can run into a
I
corner.
can't fucking do shit when there's a fucking clicker coming at me, and that's instant death right there.
You had a shotgun.
And then there's instant death with the fucking sniper. All right, I can't stop it. It's fucking instant death from 2 spots, and then the zombie would come from behind and just fuck me, and I can't stop it. And it happened 30 fucking times.
I only had it once.
It was
And
bullshit.
what I did was I ran to the back where he with the sniper couldn't
Fucking
see me.
hated it. That part by itself makes that game shit. God. Fuck you in your one time.
So what I did, pro game strat, is I ran to the back where the sniper couldn't see me and let them come
Oh, he
to
can
me.
see me from goddamn everywhere.
So I always made sure I either had a pickaxe or an axe. Like those are the 2 things I would consciously not use my melee as much. But
fuck that part. It's fucking ass.
yeah, dude, I just army crawled.
I just don't feel like I get to the same levels of rage as you guys, though. Especially Zach and Craig. But I do have... I'm just trying to think of the other
Bro,
games
you
that I
know
get
what?
raged at.
Listen, you didn't have the same shit with Undertale as I did because
Yeah, no, we played it 2 different ways.
did-
I understand
oh my
that.
No, so
and
I
then you
had
had
to,
and then you played fucking Doom Eternal on hard for
That was
whatever
rough,
fucking reason.
yeah. It was satisfying.
because
though.
me and Schweiss are men.
Then how come you guys aren't like? Then if you guys both played on hard, and you're fucking men. Then how come you couldn't defeat me when we played multiplayer? How come I'm still so much better than you guys at that?
I only played
Yeah,
like
why
one
is that?
round.
Yeah,
It was fun killing A4 though.
it was.
Like I'm sorry that I beat it on
Oh,
higher
you guys
level
played
than
with A4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so the thing with like Undertale that pissed me. So I got to the point where I'd have to watch. I had to watch some of the boss things. So I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And then I'd watch, and what pissed me off is I'd get to the last goddamn, what's it called? The level. I gotta make sure to knock that out. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
He has a cushion, a buffer now.
Yeah.
Fucking paper.
Aki Ross has met her final form.
So like you get to
battery
like the end
protector.
of like their they have like phases, and it would die for no. There was reasons, but like it was
Yeah.
just it. I had to take my controller off or my headset off with you guys a few times, right? I just like muted it and I just screamed. Like one of my cousins was like staying over at my house for like the 2 weeks too around there, and they was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, this fucking sucks." Yeah, I would just take it off and I'd like look at my dog and be like, "You're gonna get scared. I'm sorry." And I just
There's times when I'm playing something like Overwatch where I feel like we're getting really good. It's kind of, I guess, the same thing as League, where you feel like you're getting good, but you have someone else on your team who isn't performing and starts blaming other people for their not performing, and you're just like, "Ooh, I'm not going to play this game for a while."
I
Yeah.
never blamed you guys.
No, it wasn't. I wasn't talking about you.
I
Yeah.
blamed myself.
League was a toxic
Yeah.
game. I really want to go back to it
But-
though. Like,
That makes
I
sense.
want it so bad.
Well,
Don't
that's
you,
the thing is
Craig?
like with League too.
I've been playing it.
Everyone
God.
says League has a toxic community.
Oh, it does, 100%.
It's-
And it makes you toxic.
It's
Because-
the nature
see,
of the game.
The part of the problem for League of Legends is how long the game takes.
Right.
So you have hour-long games, and that's a huge amount of time investment for a game that you're just getting butt-fucked in.
Yeah, and it's very emotional because like you'll sometimes you'll do as much as you possibly could. You'll have a stellar game and you'll still lose.
Yeah, like you'll be doing really good, but somebody else on your team will basically be like giving somebody else so many points that they just like become gods and they cannot be stopped.
Yeah, and it's hard to separate your mistakes and the team's mistakes.
when stuff like that
when
happens.
shit like that happens. Yeah, when you're doing really well, you can still fuck up and lose the game.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure we've all done many times in League, where like our decision making at the end was what caused them to wipe our team and then just blow up everything.
Yeah.
But like it's so even then, like even when you know deep down it was you, you just want to blame everyone else.
Yeah,
Because the numbers say
it's
you did
games
great.
like League, though, especially that once you start, dying and feeding a little bit, then it's just a snowball from there.
It can be, yeah. It can be very hard to come back.
And see, that's kind of the point. Is like they want it to be faster, but sometimes there'll be teams that are like doing really good and like really fucking you, and then they'll drag it out because they're assholes.
Yeah. Oh, sometimes that'll backfire though, because if the game goes long enough, it becomes anybody's game. Because
Yeah,
if you
that's
wipe
true.
their whole team,
We
you
have
get
come back from stuff like that.
you get a
so-
whole minute to destroy everything that they own, and you can do it in that time.
Oh, yeah.
If you're 50 minutes in and they've been like playing with their balls, and you just happen to wipe them, you can march through and kill everything they have.
It's
And some of the greatest moments of gaming ever have been in League of Legends for
yeah.
me.
We've
Like,
had some sweet stuff happen. So
like-
it's the rewards are great, but then the rage is also great.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's just there.
I mean, that pissed off LOL player song Joe made was from us playing together and just hating each other.
yeah.
But
It's,
one of the best moments ever, though, and I think I've mentioned this before on the show, but like we were all going in and we were gonna win this game. We were gonna go win. Like we hit their 2 towers on their Nexus, which is their main base, and we were like chunking that fucker down. Like it was almost gone, and then they wiped our whole team. And like I died way early because I was the tank, and I was like trying to keep everybody alive, and I died super early. And they just start picking off one after another after I go down.
oh, I remember this.
And I'm like, I told Christian, a guy we always used to play with, I was like, Christian, throw a ward down, throw a ward down, throw a ward down. And he's like running away, and like right before he dies, he slaps one down, and then their whole team just like fucking disappears. And they're coming for our base, like fucking all 5 of them. And I'm like, okay, I sold all of my armor, all of my like shit, and I just bought attack speed and base attack on a mage character, and I just fucking teleport into that little ward that he slapped down, and I'm like just solo beating the shit out of their main base, and all 5 of them are just descending upon our main thing, and
they destroyed all of our shit, and right before they land the final blow, Schweiss lands the final blow on their Nexus,
Yeah.
and we won the game.
So and I was like screaming. It was like 11:30 at night. I'm like, holy fuck! I can't believe we fucking pulled that off. And it's like the shock from the other guys. They're like, what the fuck? They had no idea what was going on because it just like says victory or defeat, and then it like the camera pans to wherever it was, and like they had their camera on them, and then it just pans all the way back to their base, and it's just me with fucking nothing but pure damage on a mage character, just fucking punking this base. And dude, they got it fucking low. Like they were a second away from killing it when I took that thing out, and it was like a scream. It was like amazing. It's the ultimate reward.
That was easily one of our best games. It was fucking fantastic.
And it sucks because we were gonna win, and we all fucking died, and then they just marched down, and like that's when the game gets crazy, when you're like an hour in, because we were destroying them, and then they just rallied and they routed us at the last possible second, and I just came in with just enough time, and it was the perfect storm. Like he had 1 ward on him, and I fucking teleported into that. And nobody fucking uses teleport as a move, so like that's like one of the things I love is just being a douchebag and using stuff that no one uses. And I fucking came in and won. It was nuts. It was so fucking crazy. That's like one of the
was satisfying.
Yeah, it's like one of the most satisfying feelings ever, but it comes at such a great cost. Like it comes at great cost to your sanity, your friendships, your mental health, everything. But when you do well in League, it is so good. It's such a rewarding game. I miss it. I miss it so much.
It is very similar to the to like Dark Souls in that like reward feeling. Because like you get that like and when you beat a boss that's really hard, you get that sense of accomplishment.
Yeah,
It's a lot like that in League of Legends, especially in like desperate moments like that. But then like when you get snowballed, you get that same sense of like frustration, and it gets worse and worse, especially because of the time investment. It's a single game where you're just getting rammed.
Yeah. And it's even more rewarding though because it's not just a computer you're killing another person.
Yeah, no, exactly. I get
Their
this. It's the
shitty
same thing
inputs.
from Tarkov because of how difficult it is. It's like just being able to make it out of a raid without dying is an accomplishment,
Yeah.
and you feel good about it. But what other games have you guys heard me rage at?
We've heard you rage at?
Yeah.
I know I've heard Call of Duty, but everybody gets mad at Call of Duty.
Trying to remember the last game I lost my shit with.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not that
I
you're
mean,
like
I've heard you get frustrated with Overwatch, but not really angry.
I usually try to stop it before I get toxic to other people.
Monster Hunter World was one that, but I can understand that one. That one could be rough.
Yeah. I don't know.
I just sent my roommate or old roommate a text just to see if he remembers what games I got super angry at.
Cameron doesn't get angry during
I get
Overwatch.
angry.
He gets disappointed in the rest of us.
That's very true.
Are you just a lot better than everyone else that plays it?
No, Jacob's the best in our group.
Jacob's a beast, dude.
He's really good. But he also plays DPS Moira healer, so he gets all the gold medals in healing. He gets
And then he
gold
steals
healing.
our fucking kills
And
with
he- 'cause
stupid sphere.
He's a kill mop. He just because there's no aiming with Moira.
Yeah,
you just
you don't have to
look
aim.
at a character and you can do damage to him. You're not doing as much damage, but it's enough for him to like
Clean
fade
up.
into a group of people that we've all been shooting at and just finally just do like the last
Knock
hits on
him out,
everyone.
yeah.
And then yeah.
Sounds like me. That's what I would do.
And then my main role in Overwatch is I usually am the tank, so I'll play 2 tanks I'm really good at, but then I'll rotate other characters. But it's like when I'm doing good and I'm getting gold in kills, and I'm getting like as a tank, I'm getting gold in kills and stuff like that, and we lose, and I'm like, where the fuck is everyone else not doing their fucking role?
Yeah, that was me with top lane Cho'Gath in League. I would get a lot of kills as a tank, and I would be like unstoppable, but we would still lose sometimes.
But you were,
I'm like,
but yeah, you were also top lane, so it's fine. But like, there would be games where I would be playing Leona as your support tank on bottom, and I would be getting a shitload of kills, and it's like that shouldn't be happening.
yeah, there's a lot of mechanics that I don't know. And in Overwatch, it doesn't matter as much because you're not buying stuff and like
Yeah.
upgrading your character.
I mean, if we started playing ranked, then it would matter because when you do your placements and you get your rank, I mean, it's who you're going to be playing with at that rank, and then kind of I feel like I should not be this rank because I play better than what the team was doing.
yeah,
And so it's just like, why am I going to play ranked when I know my team won't perform?
I feel like if we do ranked, it would have to be me, you, Jacob, Craig, A4, and Branny. We need to get Brandy to play because when we played all together, we were kicking ass.
Yeah, it's when your team works together and each tries
that's
to
the thing
improve
is like
in their
if we all play
area.
together, it's
Oh yeah, dude,
headphones
fucking
on and we
everybody
can,
working together in Black Ops is also really satisfying for
yeah,
that same
we were
reason.
unstoppable. We had like 30 wins in a row one time. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And we would just kill everybody. We had like 3 really, really good killers on the team, and then Craig, and usually just Craig as support, and then everybody else was good. So like Craig was terrible, but he could take out the UAVs and shit.
I did fine, thank you, and I did get rid of like all their fucking kill streaks.
Me, TJ, and Kyle were like the elite killers, and then we
'Kay,
had
Kyle-
Cameron was pretty
'kay,
good.
Colonel Sanders was not a good.
He was a camper though.
He was a
not a
noob
good
tuber.
killer. He fucking would hide in the corner with a shotgun, and that's how he'd get kills.
Yeah.
But he'd also have like 7 kills, no deaths, where you guys would have like 20 kills and like 4
Like
deaths.
6. Yeah, we were.
So
we
it's
were
like,
good.
so there would be 2 good people and then 1 guy with a shotgun in the corner.
And Cameron was always good too, but he was always streaky. And me and TJ seemed to be like on like almost all the time. But now it's like the opposite. Now I'm streaky and Cameron's usually on. So I've lost my first.
Or when I'm
person shooter.
off. I mean, I mean, it'll be good days, bad days, just depending. But
Yeah, we used to be.
I'm more consistent now.
Yeah, we used to be way good as a group though. When we had a full team, it was impressive, and we've done some good stuff now as a group. But I don't know, it's not the same. The new CODs, it's not quite the same to me.
Well, this new Modern Warfare is kind of at the sweet spot.
It is. It's pretty good. Yeah.
I like it, but I don't know. There's
I don't know if it's Black Ops level.
Yeah, there's not as much role for a support person in that game because like their kill streaks are very weird, and you can't use the launchers the same way. I mean, you can,
I
but
mean,
it's like not as.
You could still take out UAVs. You could still take out like the helicopters and stuff like that in Harrier. I mean, that jump.
I
Harrier
haven't
jump
been
jet's a
able
very
to see the
popular one.
UAVs like as easily as I could in like Black Ops, because Black Ops you could see exactly where they are if you looked up.
Yeah.
And like in the new one, I can't fucking.
But
find
like
them.
one of the, I guess, people's favorite is to do that that fucking Harrier jet that just hovers over the map for a while, and that's super easy to
God.
take out.
It really
Yeah.
is. You just
Yeah.
all fire on it.
Yeah.
You'll probably die a few times, but you can kill it. I don't know. I just I like it now, but I feel like our team comp was better back in the day. Maybe that was because of us. Maybe
No,
it was
well,
because of the
because
game.
we were all playing the game together. We weren't all trying to review games for shows.
Yeah.
And you doing 2 different shows, and so you never get on anymore.
We also was able to play it like all the time.
Yeah.
But now we can't. We very rarely have a game that we can play all together at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, you could play Call of Duty or Overwatch. Just throw that out there.
No, I mean like Schweiss's
Oh.
schedule is fucked.
Yeah, me and Craig have fucked schedules.
Well, yeah, we do, but at the same time, like
Craig's
the
consistent. for
rest of
weekends,
us
though.
have weekends where you don't. So that's
I
like
asked
the biggest problem.
Jacob. He's like, Persona was drawn out, but it didn't make you mad. You got angry at Dark Souls for being cheap. I think you got frustrated when I think you get frustrated when a mechanic in the game keeps you from succeeding, or when it seems impossible. And I'm trying to think of all the times you got angry. He's just gonna go through my played games, but it won't be in time.
yeah.
Dude, you remember those fucking ninjas from fucking Parasite Eve 2?
Yeah.
Dude,
I
the,
do.
the ninjas and the fucking like invisible bugs were the most bullshit thing in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there have been times in Conan Exiles where you want to cry as well, because like you'll be getting close to the purge, and then you'll die and you'll lose your shit, and you'll be like, I'm gonna go grab my stuff from the desert, and then you'll run into like boss hyenas, or just regular hyenas, and they'll just cripple you.
There
to
has
oblivion.
been some bullshit in Conan Exiles, but it's mostly like the shitty climbing mechanics. Because like you'll be climbing and then it'll randomly decide that you're no longer climbing. And then you'll just fall.
Well, you can always grab back on though.
Not always. Not on some surfaces. Because like there'll be those ones where you can like climb down and then it will like go in like that, you know? Like go,
Yeah.
where it's like a sudden stop then flat.
Isn't
you
it
can keep climbing that way, but then sometimes it'll just like stop it.
Isn't it funny where certain games like Bounty Hunter and stuff for Craig, when it starts to glitch, it really shits you off. But then other games like Conan, when it glitches and kills you, we just laugh because we find it just hilarious. It's like, what is it about a game that makes it a funny glitching game versus a game that's a frustrating glitchy game?
Yeah. I mean, it can
Well,
be
I mean,
frustrating
Conan
too,
Exiles is different because you're not playing through levels that have a certain amount of lives.
Yeah, that's true.
You're just it's an
I
open
mean,
thing, and
but you
you're
can
gonna
lose all
lose-
your shit though.
When I was trying to
I mean, yeah, but we also played it where we didn't lose. All
I mean,
our
when I
shit,
wa- when I was
and that's most of
platting,
the time that we played.
Battlefield 4, the the World War One.
Battlefield 1.
Yeah, when I was platting it, and that game was fucking glitching, but we just laughed at it.
Yeah, that was
and then
hilarious.
when you and I were trying to get all the 4 stars on Star Wars Battlefront,
Yeah.
and we would just fucking laugh at
I think
a lot
part
of the
of that-
stuff, and that we were getting trashed by.
Part of that is also that you guys didn't have to be playing those ones. You were just doing it for fun, and then you reviewed it because you beat it.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good point. Like once like you die multiple times or a glitch happens in a game that we have to review. That's the fucking frustrating things. I feel like there's
So you're saying-
extra
Because-
stress added.
So what
yeah,
you guys
'cause
are
we-
saying,
for-
for our own health and sanity, we should be forced to play games we want to play,
Exactly.
and only play the games that we want to play.
But yeah, because
2021.
like we have to for the games that we have to play, we want to get through it so we can review it. But anytime that we get absolutely fucked over, it's because we want to like the games that we're playing, and so when shit like that happens, it's immediately something you're like, okay, that's fucking bullshit. That's gonna minus a point, and it's stopping your progression. So it's like fucking you in multiple ways.
I think there's an argument to be made that there are games that are, the rooms of video game where you
The rooms.
yeah, where you play where you play a game that's so laughably bad that it's enjoyable. Like Pimp My
Conan
Ride.
Exiles, I would say, is one of those.
I don't think it's bad necessarily.
No,
I think it has. I
It
think
is. There's enough bullshit in that game that's just like straight up poor design. That's it's laughable.
I think it has some glaring faults, but I don't think it's like to the same level as like a Pimp My Ride, where it's just a fucking joke. It's like just such a ridiculous game, and I enjoy playing the trash games like the 50 Cent. Even though that one's not really all that
You know
bad,
what?
honestly.
Yeah,
but
50 Cent is weirdly not that bad, and I wanted to hate it, but it wasn't bad.
those joke games like that, I love playing those things. So I think we need to keep that in no matter what, like a game's based on another media.
As long as it's really not that horrible, like 50 Cent, if it's just like not bad, then it's okay.
I'm pretty sure Bounty Hunter did make me rage a good bit, though.
Oh yeah, you got your
Yeah.
little spinaroo.
yeah, I was screaming at that.
There's just
game.
certain stupid levels in that game that are just bad
Yeah,
design.
like
but
all of the fucking levels. All of the levels were shit. They had poor level design.
Oh,
That
yeah.
first fucking level is a fucking labyrinth of nothing but map that looks the same.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that.
there's
fucking
that one level where you have to ride the cargo containers across the chasm.
Oh yeah.
That was stupid.
I have a video of me falling through those and
Yeah.
fucking
There's that-
being
There's that one
on
level where
those.
you have no idea where you're supposed to fucking go, and then you're just looking at this area that looks like it's just out of bounds across the map, and it's just this really tight turn across a chasm in a canyon. You just can't see past it. And lo and behold, that's where you're supposed to go. And
Yeah.
as soon as you,
Jump out
as soon
there
as you
and then
make
you
that
get
turn, you get
rocketed.
rocketed immediately.
Yep.
Uh,
Fuck that
there's-
part.
There's a lot.
Thank God I missed that.
Yeah,
but
dude.
I know I did rage at it, not as hard as Craig did, but
I was screaming it. I was screaming at Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, it's Bounty Hunter's a piece of shit.
I also Crystal Chronicles, Crystal Bears. There was a part in that game, dude. Oh my god, I forgot about this. Like, there's a volleyball scene where it's like two girls, and you're like the dude watching them play volleyball, and I have to use like my magic to help the girl that I'm friends with win. And like I have to like push them
Wait,
like
what?
with the force basically, and like nudge them, like nudge the one violently so that they overcorrect and fall off. And I guess it's a mini game, and you can skip it because it's like it's like try again or quit. And when I hear quit, I think quit the game or like exit out. Like you have. I thought it was something I had to do, so I spent like well over an hour on this thing, and it was the day before we were reviewing it, and I was like, oh, it's only like a 7-hour game.
What game
I
is
pushed
it
it
again?
off. It was Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles,
Okay.
Crystal Bears.
right.
And it's a Wii game, and you use the Wii motion controls, and it is dog shit. It is
Yeah.
so fucking bad. And I'm like trying to like nudge this little platform. They're like standing on this like shaky platform, bouncing this volleyball thing back and forth, this beach ball volleyball, and there's like shit that comes up to interrupt him as well. Well over an hour. I'm up there in my room like screaming, like just so filled with hate and rage because I'm like, I have to finish this thing. Like I put it off. I only played like the first 5 hours. And now I'm like stuck. I'm fucking stuck on this fucking thing. And then, like, I sit down for the review the next day with Joe, and Joe's like, "Oh, you don't have to do that part." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you can." I just pressed quit, and then it let me continue with the story. And I was like, "Why would that do that? Why would that let you continue? Why the fuck would they mandate an optional thing in there?" It's like, okay, now this is what we're doing. And so I figured, okay, we're doing the volleyball thing. Like, that's just what it is.
Like, do you get a bonus for completing?
No, there's no fucking bonus.
So
There's no bonus.
reason at all.
No,
Nothing
it's just
story-wise.
No. You get more cutscenes, I guess, but it's I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. I don't care about volleyball. I don't care about these weird like teenagers that this dude's like watching and helping play volleyball. I don't care
That's
about any
kind
of
of
it.
creepy.
Yeah,
actually.
exactly. Yeah, it's a creepy minigame. I thought it was forced. It wasn't forced at all. So I had to play it, and I did it for well over an hour, and I hated every second of it because the Switch or the Wii controls on that game are so bad. It's like laughably bad. Like you can barely control your fucking character and its movements. It is such an atrocity. Yeah, that one I fucking hate that game.
Yeah. Well.
Plays like shit.
I remembered a game that Cam hated.
Oh.
Yeah, you hated Digimon.
Well, I hated it, but did I rage at it?
You had a smoldering rage.
Okay, but
It's
it,
like
but it was about
every like 10 seconds on the chat when you were playing that game, you're like, God damn this game, Greg.
But because I found the game stupid, but was I like raging at it being difficult, or is it just
No,
The
no,
cringe
you were,
levels
you
were
were
too
more
high.
like angry that it was so fucking retarded that
Yeah.
you just wanted to put it
I
down
think that's
for
a
its
reason to
own
rage,
sake.
though.
It's also fucking long.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was-
it's way too long for how stupid
it
of a
was like
fucking game it is.
35 hours.
Yeah, I
Put
was
the
over
hot
40.
anime ons.
Did you Digimon World 3 I kind of disliked even more than Cyber Sleuth, if I'm going to be honest. Because that one's like just so back and forth. Like, all right, now go back to that town like 6 miles away. All right, now go back to that area you just came from. All right, now go back. Now go back.
That one, yeah, but
Going back?
that one also had really fucking slow combat.
Oh, yeah, I know. The combat was horrible. It took forever to do anything.
Apparently, if you play it on PC, you can like it'll be like a decent speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. The hot anime mons says in the chat. No.
No.
No, dude. I'm sorry. I can't.
Yeah,
If I wanted that, I could just watch the hot
I'm
anime.
pretty
I
sure
don't
I
think
can
you
go
like
through.
Galgun either.
I didn't like it, but did I rage at it?
God,
I
you
mean, I
s- you-
freaked
you
out
screamed
at it.
at
You
it.
did freak
That
out.
was so
that
funny.
wasn't rage. That was absolute terror. That was absolute terror. That had
Fucking
nothing to do
turning
with rage.
around. There's
That was
just those
the,
anime girls.
The best with that is like we were all just doing our own thing, and we just, oh my god, and we were just like, everyone's like, what the fuck just happened? Like
I mean, you all have played Galgun.
There
and
was-
it's like,
I haven't.
what is okay?
there was
You're
just
like,
silence.
why? It's like what would make you that?
Like, because the next thing you said after that one is quiet was, this is the scariest game I've played all year. That was the next line you followed up with.
And then you guys could see it on my screen. It's
Oh,
just
that
like,
was so fucking
there
funny.
there was no anime girls, and then there were anime girls right in my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was so funny.
No, yeah. I screamed at it, but that was just abject terror.
Yeah.
That was
I'm
all it was.
trying to think like with the games that I have like on my docket right now. I think that's you guys heard me yelling at Cuphead actually too, and when I was here, you weren't here, but like
Yeah.
which one I was like,
And that
fucking
game, I
damn it.
understand the rage, but I don't know if I raged that game or if that just made me dead inside.
Yeah, it's a brutal fucking game.
I don't
dude.
like. Yeah, it's like
Because-
death inside
because
is turned into
usually-
a fire.
I remember watching you try to do the dragon fight, and you were just dead. You were like,
There's just a point where you just say no to fucking Cuphead.
I think that's where like what happens like eventually like the rage stops and you just become dead in the eyes.
Yeah.
Like that's just
Well, you're burned out. You can't be angry anymore. You're just not there.
Or
yeah,
sometimes
there's
you
no more,
just laugh.
There's no more life energy inside you.
Yeah.
I just started laughing. Like on some of the bosses like I've fought that I got mad at. It's just okay.
I've gotten to that point. That happened. That actually happened to me when I was playing Vampire because like the fucking like final boss, there was some serious bullshit for the final boss, and
Really?
I was like, okay, it's gotten to the point where it's so retarded that it's hilarious.
Oh yeah. Oh. Oblergog in the chat says he dies a little inside when his 95% chance to hit an XCOM misses. Yeah, that was a big
Oh,
problem.
You see, 95% in XCOM actually means 30%.
So it does the same in Final Fantasy Tactics. If it says 85 or 90, you're gonna miss. It only hits if it's 100. Like it will hit,
Oh,
but it's more like 33.
I have missed with 100% in fucking XCOM with a shotgun right next to him.
That's bullshit.
It's fucking
A
bullshit.
child could hit someone with that.
Dude, the fucking I like XCOM, but I fucking hate it at the same time.
Yeah, that's a bullshit mechanic.
I understand why you would die. It's fucking.
I get why they added it because it is a % chance, but in some of those games, it's like this
I
happens
feel like-
way more
I
often
feel
than
like it really
5 out of 100
shouldn't be.
times.
'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
with
dude,
yeah.
like XCOM is really, really bad for that though. Like if you have a 5% chance to miss, it's more like you have a 100% chance to miss. You will miss every time,
Yeah.
and
And it's like
just-
loading
awful.
bars. It's like loading bars for programs. Like, why have it sit at 99 for 5 minutes? Why not just fucking tell me the
Dude,
truth
the fact
about
that,
this
the
loading?
fact
Like,
that you can miss with a shotgun from point blank range from behind an enemy
yeah,
is fucking
that's what that is.
awful.
That's what that 95% is. That's you loading up an update to your PS4 and it's sitting at 99% for 8 of the 10 minutes that it took you to download it. It's
No, what that actually is finding out that your gun was never loaded.
like, yeah. Oh, oops! The one time I forgot to load my gun. That's the only excuse for missing at that range. Yeah, that probably is. Yeah. I don't know. It's like a cool idea because it's like an RPG addition to
I mean, I
strategic
agree
shooter.
that there should be, but the numbers that they have are like awful.
Yeah, it's totally unfair. But I don't know. There's another. It's like Valkyrie Chronicles or something that it's like another war setting thing, and it's kind of like XCOM where it's like a big RPG, and you have to like move your troops forward, and then they have like a % chance to hit. I really want to play it, but at the same time, it does the same shit that XCOM does, where it's like
I love XCOM, but I fucking hate it. Goddamn, dude. Because your characters will die so fucking easily, and then if they survive, they have PTSD, which means that they're basically useless for the next mission. So you have to like swap in some new blood, and they can't do shit. And it's awful.
yeah, it sounds like it'd be frustrating.
Just sounds like that's a game no one would want to play.
Oh, you'd like it, Cam.
I've seen people play XCOM, and I don't think I would like it.
It's basically like Darkest Dungeon in a way.
And I still haven't beat Darkest Dungeon.
True.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you guys got any other rage moments? Anything that comes to mind?
Yeah. What I'm about to do this fucking chair.
Yeah.
It's done. This chair's done. It's starting to bend and crease right here. I can feel it.
Why
Right
would it
into
do
your
that?
leg.
It's fucking done.
Why would it do that though? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. Come sit down and find out.
He just
No.
asked you to fuck.
And then I'm raging at fucking Craig's broken Vita. I don't. Yeah. What happens if I take it apart and it doesn't fix it?
Then you have to keep going like a man.
I mean, you could still beat it. It would just be really frustrating.
Are you in the mood to get really frustrated, Cameron?
No. No. And it's like.
Can we add like a rage thing to like a counter for like?
I don't know
games
when
or-
that started though, because like I played a game on it recently and it wasn't bad. Because I
But
played.
it was there. You knew about it. You just said it wasn't bad. So you
No. I mean, like it wasn't there. That's what I'm saying.
Cameron is not convinced.
Okay. Two things I've had to fix with your Vita, or I will have to fix with your Vita. First, I had to buy a whole fucking new charging cable so it could fucking charge. So I could play,
I don't know what's up
And
with that
now
because
I can
I
fucking
literally charged it.
play it because of the buttons.
That cord charged that fucking Vita before I handed it to you. So unless your cats did something to it
Nope.
or you did something to it, it
Nope.
should have worked.
Craig's gifts are poison. That's the moral of the story.
No,
You wish to be loaned this? Well, you must return it in a better form than it was given.
No, dude, it fucking
No
it
charger.
literally everything was working perfectly fine. I made sure of it before I handed it to Cameron. So literally in the 2-3 weeks he's had it, it's fucking died and got fucked. So do with that information what you will.
See, Craig, I don't know. There have been times in the past where I'll like loan you like my Final Fantasy Tactics copy, loan it to you. It comes back, just the disc, no artwork. Artwork's gone, and then I finally play it years and years and years later for Ultima, and the fucking game breaks because the disc is fucked.
I only played
the reverse,
first
but-
disc.
It's only one disc.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I know you did.
Isn't there two in there?
No, not Tactics. No, it's only one disc.
Anyways, I'm going to have to find out how to fix it. And if I can't, then I'm probably going to have to borrow Schweiss's
PlayStation 3.
PlayStation 3.
Yeah, you can always try like alcohol swabs.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some
Yeah.
denatured alcohol and start there.
That's what I'll probably have to do for my PS4 controller too.
Hopefully it's easy to take off the faceplate with having to mess with the LCD screen just so I can get to the contacts for the buttons.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Well,
You poor guy.
yeah. It sucks because you don't even want to play the game that much.
I mean, the
There's
there's just
Cam, I have been telling you since the dawn of time to buy a PS3. So
it's just like
a PS3 would
How-
cost you like $80.
How dare
at
you
most.
victim shame
Victim shame?
Cameron?
I've been telling him to buy one for there's a shit ton of PS3 games that only me and Schweiss can play,
PSP
basically,
broke
because
because you're
Cam
dressed like
doesn't
that.
want to get a PS3.
You
Or
were
just
asking
There's a bunch
for
of
the PSP
there are a bunch
break.
of PS1 games that he can't play because of that.
I have a PlayStation
Well, I guess
1.
you have a PS1
Yeah.
now, yeah.
Oh
But-
yeah, no leg to stand on.
But there's fucking digital copies that are like 10,000 times cheaper, like Suikoden 2, because the fucking physical copy is like $400.
I just
Yeah.
feel like you shouldn't.
And then I had to buy the game so that he could play it.
You already bought it years ago, though, didn't you?
No, I
Oh, really?
spent the fucking $15 or however much it was to fucking let Cam play the game.
Oh, that just makes you. An
I mean, you
asshole.
wanted to have the game anyway in the end.
Not
But
really. I
the
wasn't
only
gonna
reason
play
you had
it.
to buy it is because I couldn't sign into my own account on your Vita.
Yeah, it's
That's the
only
only
one
reason.
account.
Yeah.
Vita's really stupid for that. But
I mean, not really, because it's your console. You're gonna be playing it. There's no multiple accounts for a fucking 3DS.
yeah, but that's a toy. This is a console.
It's the exact same thing.
It's a toy because
There's multiple accounts on the Switch.
That's true.
Yeah, because that's a console.
Also a toy.
But yeah, hopefully I'll figure it out.
yeah. Good luck. I'm gonna be hitting that up pretty hard this week too.
Maybe that should be your stream, is you trying to fix that PSP and swearing at the.
I guess. I guess if people want to watch me fucking take apart a PS Vita.
I would, 'cause I'd watch you scream.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. So we have a piece that we have to get to
Oh.
called a drawing. So we'll get to that, and then we will see who wins. So 1 sec, guys. I didn't finish filling it out, but I keep not doing it because I keep forgetting.
You can see the crease.
It's just probably because there's more weight on this side, and so now.
Yeah, well, because that's where it's bending to. Like, it's not holding on the side anymore. So, like, that's all I can do.
What's up, Twitch? How's it going, guys? This is us, some behind the scenes here for a Patreon drawing.
He says, not even having the chat up to see what they respond.
Yeah. I want you to speak, but I don't want to look at it.
In the arms of the angels.
The chat is not to be seen and not to be heard.
Yeah.
We should get a. Yeah, if it's recording, we should get someone to take a picture of you taking a chair away, where it's like when you tell them you're fine, but you're not really fucking fine. How many hours of sleep would you? You slept all day yesterday, Schweiss, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, I averaged probably like 6 hours of sleep this whole weekend.
That's usually more than I get any given day.
Shut up, Schweiss.
It's bad, dude. It's not a brag. It's a fucking. That's why my brain is mush.
Dude, you need to get some sleep, bro.
I know. That's why yesterday I just slept. I didn't like Alex left in the morning to go shopping. Or no, I woke up at 11-ish. I kind of woke up for a minute after going to bed at 3:30. Then Alex was like, "Hey, I'm leaving, and I'm leaving the baby with you." And the baby was getting grumpy, and so I gave him his binky, and he passed out. And I passed out too, and she came back at like 3 o'clock. And that was it. Oh, you get that belly cam? Hell yeah. Nothing but gut. And leg. Got a leg back there too. Cameron's got to do his stretches.
No, I'm just not going to sit in that chair anymore.
Yeah, you're going to finish out the episode strong on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
We should put little googly eyes on his shoe.
Yeah, if we can find out what
fucking tired. Floor cam. Yeah, capturing the low angle. Whoa. I was typing in angry ass black dude, and I was like AABD, and I look up, and it's I put AAND. I was like, I missed the letter there by a little over to the side. I was like, what is and?
And
The final.
All right, Craig. I used to claim your purity. That has been gone, but you may shake the phone. I hope it works, because sometimes when I shake the phone, it doesn't actually fucking function. Other times when I shake it, it works like a charm.
We're just doing one?
Just one, yeah.
Fringe Philosopher.
Fringed Philosopher, you have won our wonderful pick.
holy shit, bro!
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man. Congrats. Just you know, Fringe Philosopher may have won this time, but you could easily win next time. He's only one of many patrons. Those patrons are wonderful. Chase Arislani, Marco, French Philosopher, Junk Food King, Rathmus, Skull Haiti, Oliver Dawson, Jared Carpino, DK Sino, Liliana Goze, Bluefire 21860, President, David Ritz, Sean Koskin, Happy Puppet, Nick Craig, Ryan McPherson, Alex Rads, Digimass, Jared Leach, Oscar Bracken, Douglas Hopkins, Mike Duchik, James Dorsey, James Gameboy, William Flores, Shuffman89, Penguin Mage, Tyler Sorcerex, Angry Ass Black Dude, Brad Parrick, Suzanne Bardsley, Jim Lee. Thank you all very much for your wonderful, delicious dollars. If you're listening to this and I didn't list your name off, what the fuck is wrong with you?
We eat every cent.
We consume
25
all.
cents.
Yeah.
25
God.
cents.
Well, it's more like 100 cents for us, but please, God, consider supporting us on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com, search Nude Clan. It's one way to support us. Another
If
way,
you guys don't start supporting it, we're not going to be able to house Craig anymore, and we're going to have to put him down.
yeah.
Fuck off.
How else will you get your rage fix without the Craig here? Ask
Your
yourself
$1 donation could save a Craig.
Yeah. Save an elderly Craig.
25 cents.
Rage away.
You can save an
He's
elderly
wasting
Craig.
away, guys.
Sarah McLaughlin's all like sitting there. He's like sitting on his bed. Like, fuck off.
Dude, get that camera out of my fucking face. Other great ways to support the show, you can consider subbing to us on Twitch. Your sub gives us great pleasure, gives you a great cubby emote that you can then spam on all channels for all to enjoy. You can consider possibly using... this doesn't support the show. This is merely something that is available. An Amazon link that I have posted in the Discord is an option. I don't know what it does for us, but certainly it isn't supporting us in any way, shape, or form. But you can use that if you oddly desire to for some particular reason, which I can't speak. Audible. Audible's amazing. We all use Audible. audibletrial.com/NudeClan, where you can find more. You get a free book. Lots of great books coming out every single day. If you have time to listen to this podcast, you have time to listen to a book.
Oh, yeah.
So try it out. It's great service. Everyone that I know that's tried it loves it. So you got time for it if you got time for podcasts. Pretty sure. So please consider. And guys, I have a game list for the giveaway games. I should probably make it public or just add it on the Patreon. But just let me know what consoles you have or are interested in games for, and I will let you know what our list is. I think I will make it available for everyone to see in the future, though, just so that everyone can take a look at it. But because I've got it all listed by console on a spreadsheet. So let me know what you got, Jared, and we will. Or no, Fringe, not Jared. Fringe Philosopher. I'm sorry, Jared. Next time. Let us know what consoles you have, and I will let you know what games we have for you to pick from. So, guys, thank you all so much who have supported us. Everyone else, fuck off. And please consider supporting us in the future. Until next time, though.
Enjoy the nude.
Time to get good.
For $1 a day, we don't have to put Craig down.
Live always in the
Game over, man. Game over. What are we gonna do now? Too bad you will die.
Living is not today. How about a nice game of chess?
Have to, me and Craig can review that. Or if you guys want to make, like, some D&D.
It's like a 12-hour game.
That's doable.
Yeah, so it's not bad.
If you guys want to make D&D characters too as a fallback, level 5s.
Yeah, if you wanna,
I have a dungeon crawl you can do.
yeah, if you wanna set up a D&D campaign, we can do that.
Yeah. Really just like a one-shot thing, because I have a
Yeah.
bunch of ones like the game that I'm doing we're playing. So.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out on the Twitch. We will see you guys again next week for multiple episodes for your enjoyment. Ribbed for you.